back to the channel. Today, you're talking sports with MG Nas. And today, we are not alone, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for this year's mock draft. And we are back with the same crew from last year. These are familiar faces on the channel. Before we introduce them, hit that like, hit that sub button. Appreciate you guys for being here as always. Man, we are here. Mock draft season is back, and I am ready for it. We have the draft in 2 days. But before we get into that, let's introduce our guests. First, let's introduce the guy who's been doing NBA content with me basically since the beginning of last season. Um, he's been on the channel a lot. Corrupts, welcome back. And how are you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great today, man. I've been waiting for 8 p.m. Eastern time this entire day. I've been getting ready, making some last minute changes, and
Yes.
I'm ready for this mock draft to happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, too, a guy who's returning for this year's mock draft. He is the couch of the server. He is the casting star of QC and Friends, one of the casting stars, Donnie the Couch.
Hello. How you doing? I'm here.
Yes,
I
Donnie
enjoy
is here.
basketball.
Yes. And also returning to the channel. I mean, this guy needs no introduction, but we're gonna introduce him anyways. One half of one of the best channels on YouTube. We got Josh from the Sports Fury. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Ready for the NBA draft here in a couple of days. Thank you so much for having me on to discuss.
Yes, sir. Let's get to the chat before we get into this. What's up, Nathaniel? What's up, Mike Nixon? Nathaniel, we got Dylan. What is good, everybody? What's good,
Dylan.
Nathaniel? His team just came off of a championship, y'all. I know he's hyped. Same with Denzel. His team's coming off a championship. What's up, Eli Velasco? Josh, Eli says, "Go Bulls, baby."
Apples. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Nasty.
Yes, sir. What's up, Mr. Mike Nixon? Appreciate that, sir. What's up, Dylan? We got a Knicks fan in the chat, Diago. Now, Diago, what's interesting about him is that he is a Rockets fan with the Joel Embiid profile picture. So I was led to believe he was a Sixers fan throughout this whole time, but he's not. What's up, Nina Turner? What's up, JJ Carlos? So this is how it's gonna go, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm gonna go last. I'm gonna be a good host. We're gonna start off with a Josh here. We're gonna move to Donnie, then Corrupts, and then I will be going last. We'll go from pick first to 30. You guys can give an explanation. I don't care how long it is. However you feel, you should describe your pick. You guys can go along in the chat with us as well. You guys can, if you guys have an opinion on our mocks, go ahead and drop them in the chat. What's up, Big Fridge? So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the draft is upon us, or is coming up on us, and it's in 2 days. So here's our mock draft. We'll start with the first overall pick. Josh, you are on the clock.
All right, with the first overall pick, the Orlando Magic. They are pretty set on one of these two guys. It's going to be Chet Holmgren or Jabari Smith. Orlando Magic, they have an abundance of guards like Cole Anthony, Suggs, Mark Carroll Fultz. Franz Wagner was a great emerging player last year for the Orlando Magic. Wendell Carter Jr., since going there from my Chicago Bulls, has been fantastic. He found a home over there. But what Orlando really needs is they need an abundance of scoring. They need scoring. They need that go-to scorer. So for me, the Orlando Magic select Jabari Smith, someone who could be an elite three-level scorer in this league. Very versatile player who can also defend well. Give me Jabari.
Donnie, first overall pick. Who you got?
With the first in the 2022 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic are going to be selecting Chet Holmgren out of Gonzaga. He's a freshman. He's a power forward. He's 7 foot tall. He plays really good defense. He can attack all over the floor. His closeout speed is incredible. The only knock on him is that he can't really defend some of those big fives like Jokic or Valanciunas and all that. But I think he has that frame that he can put a little bit more muscle onto. And I think with their mindset, the Orlando Magic being they're going to take the best player forward, which is going to be Chet Holmgren.
Okay. Corrupts.
All right. With the first overall pick in this draft, I agree with Josh. I have the Magic going to Jabari Smith Jr. he's been very much connected to the Magic this entire draft class. And Jabari Smith Jr. is adamant on being a top 2 pick. He didn't even work out with the Rockets. And I agree with Josh that the Magic need scoring, especially from the perimeter. And Jabari Smith is exactly that. He's, I'd argue, probably one of the maybe the best 3-point shooter in this entire draft class. I am a little bit concerned with his inside game, as he was 42%, oh my bad, 43% field goal percentage just entirely, but a 42% 3-point field goal percentage in college. A very good player, and it's going to be an all-star for years to come, in my opinion.
All right, and with the first overall pick, it looks like we all in agreement here because I have Jabari Smith going here. I mean, this dude is, a big perimeter scorer. He has a lot of potential, making outside shots and good and jumpers and stuff. A decent defender as well. And when you look at the Orlando Magic, they just need a scorer they can rely on. They had Franz Wagner last year, who was that guy, but I don't believe he's number one option scoring wise in this league. Similar to Jalen Suggs, he just did not show enough in his rookie year. And you got Jabari Smith, who can honestly fit next to those guys and maybe help them grow and develop. So I got Jabari Smith here going number 1. Now, Josh, you're on the clock for our number 2 overall pick.
For the second overall pick, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder selecting Chet Holmgren. The Thunder, Josh Giddey, SGA, an amazing backcourt, but the front court needs a whole lot of talent, and they need more scoring to go with Giddey and SGA. Chet Holmgren is able to bring some of that scoring. He can shoot from the outside. He can space the floor. He can work inside. He's an excellent shot blocker, off the ball defender, on the ball defender. The biggest weakness to him, I would say, is going to be his size. But in today's NBA, I think he can work around that with his skill set and his timing on defending. I think he'll be fine. There's a lot of guys who have come into this league that also had a skinny frame. And I think way too many people are thinking he's overrated or he's not going to be as good in the NBA because of his build. Nonsense. This guy's going to be a stud in the league, and the Thunder are going to get a great player in Chet.
All right, Donnie.
With the second overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be selecting Jabari Smith, power forward, 6'10". Auburn, he's a freshman. He's probably the best scoring big in this entire class. The only knock on him is he only drives right. He needs to work on that left-hand drive. And he might be the best three-point shooter in this class. His jumper is beautiful. His pick and pops are incredible at Auburn. They ran so many with him. And he's not scared to get aggressive on the boards. And his passing some can be improved a bit, but I think he has a lot of room to grow in that area. And the Oklahoma City Thunder are so barren in the front. Need somebody like Smith to bring a lot more talent to that room.
Yes. Corrupts.
Well, I think Josh is copying me because I also have Chet Holmgren going to the Thunder with the second overall pick. Chet, I think, is easily the best defender out of the top 3 prospects. And I agree. Even though his biggest weakness is the skinny stature, I think he'll find a way around it. He has a good skill set. He can shoot the 3 very well, and he's going to be a good rim protector. And honestly, this is going to help the Thunder a lot since I think their best. Besides big men like Steven Adams, Basley. So this is going to help their front court a lot. They're going to go with Chet Holmgren.
Yes, sir. That's the number 2 overall pick here. I also have the Magic selecting Chet Holmgren, power forward out of Gonzaga. He is the closest thing we have to a unicorn here in this draft class. When we look at Oklahoma City as well, they have SGA, they have Josh Giddey. They kind of drafted a similar guy in Alexei Pokashevsky, but Chet is just on a different level. I think with this pick right here, you have some solid guards. Obviously, you're building for the future, so why not let a young guy who can score the basketball amazingly like Chet Holmgren come into your team? And then his shot blocking ability is undeniable. I am a big critic. I'm probably the biggest critic on this panel about his size because I feel like at some points he will have to match up with those bigger centers. And, whatever happens in those matchup happens. But his shot blocking ability is just insane. And like Josh said, in this day's NBA, this is probably the best time you can be like a skinny player because, it's not as needed as it once was back in other eras and other brands of basketball. So at number 2, I have Mr. Holmgren Corrupts.
Let's read some of these chats real quick.
Yes, sir.
Arturo, I am drinking water. Okay, I promise you, it is not vodka. I do not drink alcohol. Yeah. What do you guys think of the first 2 picks we have so far, guys?
Yes, sir.
Dylan, I am tired of your Chet hate. Dylan actually had Chet below 10 on his big board for prospects. I think you are severely underrating Chet, Dylan.
Damn.
He doesn't like the unicorn prospect, stuff like that. Karam, who'd you say you wanted? Because I know you're the Thunder fan in this chat. Thunder Chan. Chet will be a great situation with my Thunder. I agree. What's up, James Hoffand? How are you doing?
James?
What's up, Dingo? My bad, Diogo. What's up, Nathaniel? What's up, Jacob Fredericks? Ravens are better. What's up, Envy? First 3 are all locks in my opinion. 4th is where the draft starts.
Yep.
I somewhat agree with that.
Yep.
I mean, anything
Number
can
1.
happen.
What's up, Rhea? Sorry about that. I missed you. I almost missed you.
Yeah, but about Dylan having Chet outside of his top 10, I mean, I don't know, dude. That's just wow.
All right.
Josh,
the Rockets.
All right, Houston Rockets for team needs. I wrote down everything, all of it. Talent, they need it. They need it, and no doubt, right here, they're going to take Paulo Banchero if he's there available after Chet Holmgren and Jabari Smith. Great scorer, man, especially in the interior. Great playmaker, ball handler, great vision and feel for the game. Versatile scorer with great size and athleticism. The defense isn't quite there yet for him. Maybe he could improve on that, but Paulo Banchero to the Rockets makes a ton of sense. Easy choice.
All right. So with the number 3 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets are selecting Paulo Banchero, power forward, 6'10", out of Duke. I didn't write weaknesses for this guy because I think – no, wait, I did. It was defense, just a little bit of defense. But the dude is a freak. I mean, the dude sweats away like 10 pounds of water weight every time he plays, which I thought was concerning. But then I realized that I'm fat and he's skinny, so that's what's keeping me from getting skinny. But he's an offensive monster, bro. He is literally like, if you want a 6'10" guy that can score and you need somebody to change your franchise, this is the guy. This is the guy. And the Houston Rockets just got him. And I think he will be there at number 3.
All right, I have Paulo Banchero going to number 3. This is just the best available right now, as he's the 3rd. Actually, I think he might be the safest pick in this entire draft class, and he's going to work very well with Jalen Green as a duo. So we go with Paulo Banchero.
At the 3rd overall pick, and I agree with the comment in the chat. This is really where the draft starts after this. But I have Paulo Banchero. Forward out of Duke. I think he's the most NBA-ready player in this draft class. He's the best available at the spot. And then Houston, I mean, they're rebuilding. They have a lot of needs, but with Jalen Green being the bright spot of this rebuild, I feel like him and Banchero can really work with each other with their strengths. And I think these 2 young talents really run this Houston franchise to future playoff contention in the next 5 years. So Banchero is going to be at number 3. All right, Dylan in the chat. I think he responded to you, Corrupts.
What did he say?
He said, "I'm low on Chet for sure, but these gonna be the first 2 picks." So he agrees that Chet is gonna be a top 2 pick, even though he is very low on him as far as his big board.
He thinks he's gonna be a bust. So
Big Fridge says that Jeremiah Robinson Earl was the Thunder center last year, and that just has to change. Jeremiah Robinson Earl is 6'8", and he is a power forward. What's up, Aladdin?
Yeah.
Watching from Colombia.
Damn, Aladdin. Aladdin's in chat. Got a celebrity in chat, bro. Played by Will Smith. Don't slap me, please.
Oh, wow.
That's stupid.
Vibe says, don't sleep on Kevin Porter Jr. I agree that Kevin Porter Jr. is really good, but he has struggles with staying
Yeah.
on the court. Um, and he's an amazing talent. I mean, he has these big games where he just goes on these big outbursts, especially offensively, but he just can't stay on the court. He has a little bit of behavior issues, and that really causes it. That What's up, Zach White? How you doing? He says, "Yo, hello there." Hashtag Rip City, baby. He says he wants Ben Mathurin. Well,
Matherin. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
okay.
What's up, JD? What's up, JD?
Where's the
Good,
hell
JD.
do I have?
But all right, like some people in the chat say, this is where the draft actually starts at number 4. So Josh, the floor is yours.
For the Sacramento Kings, this is going to be an interesting spot right here because this is probably going to get traded. But if the Sacramento Kings are going to be drafting here, I would want them to take Keegan Murray, but I'm going to actually mock them getting Jaden Ivey. The reason why the Sacramento Kings, they just need more talent, man. You got to take best available talent here as opposed to just a better fit, and Keegan Murray would be a better fit. But Jaden Ivey just gives you too much more talent and upside. So I'm going Jaden Ivey here to the Kings.
All right, Donnie.
All right. With number 4 with the Kings, I'm going to say that Sacramento has the opposite idea and is going to go with the better fit. I'm going to say they pick Keegan Murray here. He's probably one of the more underrated prospects in this draft. The dude is a monster at the power forward. He's a stretch 4, brilliant defensive versatility all over the court. Can guard almost all 5 positions. I don't think he can guard 5 really well. Secondary rim protector. He's very smart. He's a very smart player, and he's not explosive. He's not the most gifted passer. I think that could be fixed a little bit, and his threes need a little bit of work, just a little bit of work, especially in the right corner.
Yep.
He's got that energy though. And actually, I agree with Donnie on this one. I do have the Kings going with Keegan Murray. And this is very interesting. I do think the Kings will eventually trade this, probably to the Knicks. But you never know. I think actually one of the biggest reasons why I have Keegan Murray going here and not Jaden Ivey is because Jaden Ivey, it's been rumored that he's just doesn't want to play for the Kings and he prefers to go somewhere else. So I don't think the Kings would want to deal with that. And I also feel like the Kings have been very, very much in connection with Keegan Murray throughout this entire draft, pre-draft.
Oh,
all right, corrupt
Both ways.
Oh, there you go.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
We
Okay.
heard most of it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
At the 4th overall pick, I have the Kings selecting Keegan Murray. If they do keep this pick, 6'8" power forward out of Iowa. Keegan Murray is one of the most efficient scorers in college basketball this season. He's probably the most efficient high volume scorer. And with Harrison Barnes possibly on his way out, I think he could slide at the forward spot, fitting with Sabonis. And those guards they do have in Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox. I think Keegan Murray, like everyone here says, is the best fit for the Kings right here. All right, number 5, Josh.
All right, at 5, the Detroit Pistons. They're probably going to be losing Jeremy Grant. They're probably going to be trading him, and I think they probably should. And so they could really use another forward, and I think here is where Keegan Murray will be going to Detroit.
Okay, I like it. Donnie?
All right, so I think this is where Jaden Ivey goes, and I think that is a fantastic backcourt that they're going to start building in Detroit. I actually think that this pick will get traded to Memphis, and I think Ivey's going to go to Memphis and play next to John Morant. But that's a conversation to have on draft night when it happens. So this is going to be a great pick either way for each team. I think you can go either. You couldn't go wrong either way with Keegan Murray or Jaden Ivey here if you're Detroit. You just got to get more talent in there to help Cade out. That's all you got to do. So I have Jaden Ivey going here at 5.
Corrupt.
Yeah, I have the Pistons going Jaden Ivey too. It's gonna be a crazy backcourt between him and Cade Cunningham, and I think Ivey's the best guard in this entire draft class. So the Pistons are gonna be happy with Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham. Ooh, man, Pistons.
5th overall pick, I also have Jaden Ivey going here, 6'4" guard from Purdue. Ivy. I mean, this dude's electric. My favorite player to watch in this draft class. His finishing ability, his penetration to the basket. I just think everything is going to be great there in Detroit. And I think he's not a point guard because he lacks playmaking and he struggles a little bit with ball handling. So I think being the number 2 in the 2 guard next to Cade Cunningham is actually perfect because Cade can play make for him and handle the ball handling stuff while Ivy is just consistently getting to the basket and being aggressive. I think this 1-2 punch with Ivy and Cunningham is going to be one of the most dynamic duos for years to come, and that's the 5th overall pick. So that is our top 5. Everybody in the chat, let's see what y'all saying. Vibe says Pistons trading Jeremy Grant to the Blazers for 7. Ooh. I would like that. I would like that. What's up, B Hub? How you doing? Ivy and Ja very similar. That's what I said on the Big Board stream the other day, Vibe. But Josh and Don, what do y'all think about potentially the Blazers trading the 7th overall pick for Jeremy Grant? Do y'all think that is a good deal, or?
I think that would be. I think that could work. I expect them to make moves because they are a team that needs to compete now, not later.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that happening.
I'll say this: the Blazers better not make this pick on draft night. They better trade this for somebody that can actually help now instead of a project. So I think 7 will not be picked by the Blazers on draft night.
Okay. Corrupt. What do you think about the Pistons and trading away Mr. Jeremy Grant to the Blazers?
Yeah, I like it. Like Josh said, I think they're in like a little bit more of a retool period right now. And Jeremy Grant, they're filling that spot that they really need right now. Even though I still would want a little bit more defense for the Blazers somehow.
Yeah, I think the Blazers, I mean, it's perfectly said by Josh. They need to win now. I mean, you have Damian Lillard, who's not getting any younger. I mean, this guy just came off a season of injury. So when you look at it, he has to win now while his prime is still here. At least that's what we believe. So trading for a guy like Jeremy Grant will increase your ceiling to win now. Or like Vibe just said in the chat, trading for John Collins to Portland would even be something I would consider as well, as assuming the Hawks are very serious about getting rid of John Collins. So those are some options there. Alada says, I have Carl Anthony going 5 and Christian Wood going 3.
Very interesting. You have Christian Wood going a top 3 pick in this draft class. That's very interesting. Now, Carl Anthony is one of my favorite picks of this draft. He's a small forward. He's 7'8", and he's playing the small forward position. He's a great 2-way. I can't do it.
By the way, Christian Wood just got traded. We could get more than 7. Look at Grant's. Zach, why you're saying as a Blazers fan, you could get more. They could get more than 7 for Grant. Look at other trades.
I remember when Zach White wasn't a fan of any team. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, really? I always knew him as a. Actually,
Yeah.
no. Actually, when I first met him, I don't think he had an NBA. He was always a Ravens fan. Obviously, I knew that, but he didn't root for an NBA team at first. When I first met him, and then
he hopped on the Dame Time bandwagon.
The bubble 2020, and Zach White said facts corrupts. All right,
I know.
So we move on to pick number 6. Josh, you are on the clock for this one. That is where the Pacers will select.
All right, so the Pacers, they could really use a wing, especially if they move on from Buddy Hield. Malcolm Brogdon being talked about as well. I'm even hearing Miles Turner might be traded. So I think the Pacers would do well drafting Shaedon Sharpe right here out of Kentucky.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Shaedon Sharpe.
Yeah.
Donnie?
I am going to have the Pacers select here at number 6, Dyson Daniels, guard out of the G League. I think they're going to go for best player available here. In my opinion, I think Dyson player available. I like Sharp. I don't think he's good as Dyson, and I think they're just going to go all out backcourt. I think I don't in this scenario. I don't think Brogdon get traded. I think they stay put and just draft Dyson Daniels here.
Okay.
Wait, if they stay put, then because Dyson Daniels is a point guard. So they have Tyrese
Yeah.
Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Brogdon, and
Yeah, the
McConnell.
argument kind of falls apart, doesn't it? So I just have to go Dyson Daniels here. They could go Sharp though. Sharp would be a good pick though. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have the Pacers picking Benedict Mathurin at number 6, which is it's a little high. But the Pacers have actually been connected to Benedict Mathurin since his pro day in Santa Barbara, and out of all of the prospects that they've really worked out with, not including Shaedon Sharp, surprisingly enough, it's Benedict Mathurin I think is the best available. Benedict Mathurin I think he's very athletic, and I think he's the best off-ball guy in the entire draft. So they're going to go Benedict Mathurin here at number 6.
All right, at number 6, I have the Indiana Pacers selected Shaedon Sharp. He could play the 2 and sometimes the 3 guard here out of Kentucky. Well, he didn't play at Kentucky, so a lot of the tape you see is very exciting, but it's from high school, so it's really hard to gauge what he will be at the next level. But I think Shaedon Sharp's upside is a little bit too much to pass up on, as he had showed amazing shooting potential. He has good range. Ball handling ability could be a little bit better, but his scoring ability is already there. I think he's ready for the next level when it comes to that. But ball handling definitely could be fixed as well as playmaking. And I think putting him next to Halliburton, assuming that Malcolm Brogdon does get traded, I think him and Halliburton are the future of the Pacers, because I think that's what a lot of teams are going to go for now. They're going to go for the future, especially these top 5 to 6 teams. And I think when you got a guy like Shaedon Sharp right here, I don't think they can pass up this opportunity, especially if Brogdon is out the door.
Rhea says, y'all want an ice cream cone? Just the ice cream cone? Yeah. I'll just eat the ice cream cone. No ice cream in it? Yeah, I got you.
Just give me empty air.
Empty air. Yeah, no, give me a waffle cone.
Waffle cones are best.
Facts.
Waffle cones are so good. Oh my god.
Now I want a waffle cone.
Those Cold Stone waffle cones.
All right. Don't get me started. All right. So we got the 7th overall pick. Is Portland Trailblazers. Josh, yo, go.
All right, so the Trailblazers are up. Like I said, they are in a situation where they need to compete right now. Damian Lillard's 32 years old. They were 27th in scoring last year, 27th in offensive efficiency. Assuming they keep this pick and they select it, I'm going with Benedict Mathurin out of Arizona. He is a great shooter, one of the best perimeter shooters in this draft class. He can knock down tough shots, even contested. This makes a whole lot of sense. Benedict Mathurin.
Yes. Donnie.
All right. So if the Blazers do make this pick, I think they need to get some more scoring, and they also need to go younger and more athletic. So I have them going Shaedon Sharp here. I think he's the perfect complement to Dame in this draft, besides someone like a Jaden Ivey. I think he would fit well there, especially for what Chauncey Billups wants to do. And I think he could develop a good defensive outing with them. But I think his scoring is what they're primarily going to get him for. If they take this pick, I don't think they will.
Okay. Corrupt.
So I think Donnie's copying me because I do have Shaedon Sharp going to the Blazers also. I think he's the best available at this point. He has a lot of upside. And oh my God, this dude can dunk. He can fly. He had a crazy vertical. I think it was like an unofficial 48 or something like that, which is Michael Jordan esque. He's gonna be a great scorer, very explosive, like I said before. And it seems like the Blazers are just prioritizing talent over anything right now, not fit, anything like that. And draft wise, they're prioritizing talent. So I think they're going to go with Shaedon Sharp, who's most talented right now at this pick.
All right, we at the Blazers number 7. They will select Ben Mathurin, shooting guard / small forward out of the University of Arizona. He was a great in his sophomore season. Has really underrated off-ball movement, great shooting ability, can knock down any outside shot you ask him to. and I like his athleticism. And right here with Portland, next to Damian Lillard and Anthony Simons, who are going to be the 1 and 2 guards, I think if you move Ben Mathurin from the 3, that'll improve the scoring of the Portland Trailblazers right here. They'll be one of the better scoring teams in the league if they do the selection right here. Ben Mathurin's the guy at number 7. What's up, Big Play Slay? Orlando has a very slim
Oh
chance
my
next year.
gosh.
James, yeah.
Yeah, he was talking to Aladdin, who said Orlando Magic will win the finals next year.
Okay. Mike
which-
Nixon says Trailblazers. Mike Nixon says the Trailblazers going Johnny Davis from Wisconsin.
I like Johnny Davis.
Yeah,
Ooh.
okay.
That's not a bad pick.
Okay. All right, we're here at number 8. Josh, the floor is yours, buddy.
All right, New Orleans Pelicans, man. They have currently 14 players under contract. And, man, this is a team that's going to be someone to watch out for next year. But right here, I think they would be great in selecting A.J. Griffin out of Duke. Great perimeter shooter. One of the most pure stroke shots in the draft class. One of the most talented scorers in the draft class. Great athleticism. Imagine A.J. Griffin, a great young piece, a role player in that lineup, man, in that roster, that depth that the Pelicans can provide. Having Zion play all next year to go with, the rest of that squad, that'd be sick. Give me A.J. Griffin.
All right.
All right.
Ooh, I love that pick.
So-
Go ahead, Donnie.
Number 8. So,
Donnie,
you
it's like R2D2, bro. It sounded like
Screamed like a
R2D2.
werewolf.
What the fuck was that?
So, it's sometimes it comes out, at number 8, I have Benedict Mathurin going to the New Orleans Pelicans. I think this is just like you just slide more shooting next to everybody else, and you have another great young prospect to pair with Zion, Brandon Ingram. Holy shit, what's his name? Oh my god,
Valanciunas.
no, the wing.
Jose Alvarado.
Like-
Herb Jones? Herb Jones?
Herb Jones. Like I think that'd be a really good pairing over there. Why did I fucking forget his name? Damn it, Krupp. What? Fuck you. God damn. All right.
It's all Kirk's
go-
fault, bro. Blame him.
But I
so-
think this would be this best player available right here. You go ahead.
So the Pelicans are going to go with a little bit of a fit pick here. They're going to go with Dyson Daniels. I think he is the number 1 point guard in this draft class. I consider Jaden Ivey shooting guard. But honestly, this pick makes a lot of sense. They have CJ McCollum at the shooting guard, small forward Brandon Ingram, power forward Zion Williamson if he stays healthy, and of course Giannis Valanciunas. So getting that starting point guard for that team, and the Pelicans getting Dyson Daniels, especially a guy who's a very good playmaker and defender, which I think the Pelicans need. I think this is just a perfect pick for the Pelicans. So they're going to go Dyson Daniels.
All right, here we go. At number 8, we got the New Orleans Pelicans, and I agree with Corrupt here. I got Dyson Daniels, 6'6" point guard from the G League Ignite. Dyson Daniels will fit perfectly in New Orleans because his playmaking, especially in the pick and roll. I think him throwing lobs up to Zion, man, I think that's just going to be a beauty to watch. Him and Zion off the pick and roll, throwing up a lob. If not, he has a great ability with his floaters. So if the defense is paying attention too much to Zion in the dunker spot, he can just put up with a nice floater. That's going to cause efficient and great offense for New Orleans. Also, he can help facilitate, which will move CJ McCollum back to the 2 guard, his more natural position. And it's just a perfect fit all around. You have Brandon Ingram, who scores the ball well. And I think that's his biggest weakness is he lacks offensive scoring. And I think he has players on New Orleans who really just will cover that for him. Because you got CJ who can put up 20 a night. You got BI who can put up over 20 a night. And then you got Zion Williamson who averaged 27 points on basically dunks and layups. So, I mean, you are going to a perfect spot here. And it seems like the Pelicans are him. And I believe, I want to say Mathurin, for what I've read this morning, was kind of him or someone else was like their final 2. Like, it's either him or the other guy. And Dyson Daniels is going to be the pick here. What's up, Corrupt?
And the Pelicans actually, they have that coach. I forgot his name, but he was the coach that helped Lonzo fix his jump shot. So maybe his shooting form. My bad, my apologies. So maybe Dyson Daniels can learn a bit from him. And I think that he has a lot of potential as a scorer too. You just that's his biggest weakness as of now. He has upside in that
Also,
department.
I want to bring something up as well. Him, Zion, and Valanciunas, along with Brandon Ingram, that's an underrated defensive team. Also bringing in Herb Jones and Alvarado off the bench, that defensive team is going to be insane if they draft they draft Daniels to go along with that. So I think he's just a perfect pick here. Dyson Daniels to the Pelicans seems like it's just a guarantee at this point, unless Dyson Daniels goes like earlier than we expect. Willie Green at B-Hub has been an impressive head coach as well. But what's up, Corrupt?
I was gonna read some of the chats here. Jadis Young, hello, I saw you earlier in the chat. James says, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I believe they take the best player. I don't think they take Dyson. I think it just makes the best sense to go to the point guard here. The other point guard, would you Devontae Graham want to be running the point? I don't know. I mean, they could address it in free agency, but I don't really remember any polarizing point guard free agents in this draft class. I mean, in this free agents class, unless you want to go Tyus Jones from the Grizzlies, which is not a bad pick, but I don't know. I think they address it here.
Yeah, and I think Dyson Daniels is the best playmaker in this class, and when you're the Pelicans who can use playmaking and can use that pick and roll offensive guard to fit with Zion Williamson, I think it's a no-brainer that unless Dyson Daniels is not on the board, you have to go him. Unless, like, for some reason, like freaking Jaden Ivey falls, which that'd be another story. But now we move to the 9th overall pick, where the Spurs will be selecting Josh. The floor is yours, buddy.
All right, the San Antonio Spurs. This is an interesting team because you never really know what the San Antonio Spurs are going to do, what direction they're going to go with. They could work out all the people that they want, and they could draft someone completely out of left field. They've done that so many times before. But San Antonio Spurs, I think they're going to go with upside right here. And I think they're going to go Ousmane Dieng here at 9. Okay.
Woo! That's not a bad pick. I like that. Dieng. Wow. Woo! I like him.
Okay. I know Krupp hates him.
I don't hate him. He's okay. He's cool. I don't know. I would have chosen him.
He's a 6'10" small for
I'll explain when it's my turn.
Yeah, I kind of shocked me, but I'll talk about this pick after everyone else goes. So go ahead, Donnie.
Big free.
Okay. All right. So with the, what are we at? Ninth pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Antonio Spurs are going to pick David, power forward out of Colorado State. He's a 6'5". And I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
We'll be selecting Jalen Duran, center out of Memphis. Okay. I think he's one of the more underrated centers in this class. I think you guys need a center. I know Jakob Poeltl is there. He's there. But you kind of need a guy who needs to protect the rim. You know, something like that.
Jakob Poeltl can do that. He's a good rim protector. I understand.
Yeah, also, he's a free agent after this next season. So
yes, he is. He has one more year.
The only problem with this guy, he's very raw offensively, so you need to develop that a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Confident that you guys can develop that, but he's good. He can create a lot of space when he's running the or on the floor rather. So it would be a good fit for you guys in that system. All right, Rob, go ahead.
So with the 9th pick, I have my San Antonio Spurs going to AJ Griffin. Now, AJ Griffin is out of all the picks in this top 10, that I have at least, not Dieng. I think AJ Griffin is a little bit more of the upside type of pick. Oh, change chart, more of the project though. I think here. Griffin is a nice catch and shoot 3-point guy, and showed a lot of flashes here at Duke. But of course, he couldn't really get a lot of playing time or touches per se because he was playing with Paulo and Mark Williams was there also. Adrian Griffin though Adrian Griffin and the Spurs love each other. It's a it's a Spursy pick in my opinion. I think they're going to go with Adrian Griffin, especially since they do need more forwards. Since really all they have is Keldon Johnson and I guess Doug McDermott, but he's older and I think we're going to trade him. So the Spurs are going to go with AJ Griffin here.
All right. Now, with the ninth overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Johnny Davis, shooting guard from Wisconsin. Johnny Davis, I like what this kid can do. He's a 6'5" shooting guard. I think he's on my draft board, he is the best available pick right here. He provides relentless scoring next to DeJounte Murray's playmaking. I think he's a little bit inconsistent from shooting behind the three-point line, but he can knock down a three-point shot. And I think he's an amazing, fundamentally sound mid-range shooter. So I think as long as his three-point shot is a little bit more consistent because his percentages were down, I think Johnny Davis next to DeJounte Murray is literally the perfect pick. And then Corrupts. I know you like your defense. Well, he provides that as well. Him and DeJounte Murray are going to be one of the best guard defending duos we have in the NBA. And I can't wait to see it. Johnny Davis here at number 9. Corrupt.
Okay, so
your opinion on all of our picks of the Spurs.
So Johnny Davis, to start with him, I like him because, holy crap, the Spurs need some more offensive creation besides just DeJounte Murray, and Johnny Davis immediately brings that, and I love that pick. At the same time, I'm looking at the shooting guard position. It's like Devin Vassell's there, Josh Primo was there, so I'm liking that a lot. Who do you have, Donnie, again? Yeah, Jalen Duran. What are y'all laughing at?
Arturo. Johnny Davis is going first overall from Taco Bell because this commercial.
That was funny.
Also corrupts. I have a request.
Also,
after the lottery, go get your headphones, bro.
I got you. Continue. Why y'all? Stop laughing, guys.
Go corrupt. Hold on.
Not laughing.
I know.
Something else as well.
And Arturo, let's address the elephant in the room. My father was messing with my mother, and that's who you heard in the background, and that's why I got mad.
What the
Because I still have no idea. Not messing with. Wait.
Say close the door, but
I meant like pranking, like putting
What?
ice on her neck.
What?
Wait, put ice on her neck. What the fuck you doing?
What?
Because she doesn't like when. Anyways, Jalen Duran, I like to pick. Jalen Duran, brings strength and size to the Spurs, which we desperately need. And he also, and he's a great rim protector. He's a great rim protector. Very strong dude.
Johnny, bro. Oh my god. You know what's funny about this? Donnie, every time Donnie's in the Discord, he laughs like this all the time. This is not exaggerated. This is him laughing. This is not exaggerated. He laughs like this all the time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, go tell him to slip it in, corrupt.
Move it. Yo, bro, move it on.
Let's do play-by-play.
Oh my
Play-by-play. Oh my god.
All right. Corrupt. Go ahead.
Bro. So, number 10 Wizards. I already explained, bro. Mm-hmm. Jalen Duran, he brings great size, strength, and of course,
Wait, we're on the Wizards now?
No. I'm still talking about Jalen Duran. Yeah. And Jalen Duran, and he brings strength, size, pause, and blocking that I think will be better than Pirtle. But let's move on to the Wizards pick. And Yang trash. L. No, I'm joking.
Whoa,
corrupt. Damn. Josh, go ahead. Who you got the Wizards going, bro?
All right. So for the Wizards, I wrote down here that this team needs badly a guard, a playmaker, someone who can distribute and facilitate. I'm going with Dyson Daniels to the Washington Wizards.
Okay. Ooh. That is, I mean, if it's not New Orleans, it has to be the Wizards. And I agree. I like that pick. But Donnie, go ahead, bro.
All right. So there weren't a lot of guards available, a lot of point guards specifically available for the Wizards at this point. So I went best player available and kind of a need for them. I went Mark Williams, a center out of Duke. He's 7'1" monster. His wingspan is fucking enormous.
Like 7'7" or something.
7'6" and 9'9" standing reach. His hands are great around the basket. He's intelligent. He's unselfish. Offense needs to be molded a little bit more. He could be out of control a little bit. A little Butterfingers and all that. The consistent mid jumper needs to work on too, but I think he has a lot of talent that can be there, and that they can work on if they are able to pick him here.
So, Dylan, I
Fuck you
apologize,
laughing at,
bro.
Did you just
no.
What was that?
No, I
Anime mouth,
teed
bro?
for a good reason. Dylan,
Okay.
I apologize. The Washington Wizards need a point guard. Dyson Daniels is gone, so they're taking Ty Washington with the 10th
Holy
overall pick in this
shit!
draft.
Ty.
Yes.
Woo! That's
Yes.
it.
This
I
is-
was
this is
high
the
on
reach.
Ty.
This is the reach of the draft, and I think the Wizards liked Ty Washington when they worked out with him.
Okay.
Ty's a good playmaker, has some upside when it comes to scoring. There are some problems that he does have. I'm worried about his, injury problems. He even tweaked something during some of his workouts and with the Wizards. So I am definitely Dylan's already mad. Oh, this man crept your dead. Say goodbye, brother. Shut up, Dylan. I think the Wizards need a point guard the most out of anything else, and they're going to take Ty Washington with this pick. And also, another good thing about Mark Williams has been connected very much to the Wizards, so I wouldn't be surprised with that pick also. And his standing reach was second only behind Taco Fall in all of NBA history. So. Yes.
All right, so we're all about to have a different pick. Like usually, two of us have the same pick, the same guy, but with the 10th overall pick, the Washington Wizards will select Jalen Duran, 6'10" center out of Memphis. Jalen Duran is a great lob threat and can finish at the basket. A very versatile defender, in my opinion. Can be molded. He does not have a lot of skill when it comes to post scoring, and that's what a lot of centers need these days. As an offensive center, you're either going to be a role player, but if you're going to be good, you at least have to be a stretch big or a dominant post-scoring big. He's not a great post-scorer yet, but he's a good lob threat. Like I said, a very great and a versatile defender. Has good lateral quickness for his size, from what I've seen as well. So at number 10, Jalen Duran will go to the Wizards because they have a glaring need there at the center spot or the point guard spot. So either one honestly works for the
I wouldn't say
Wizards.
glaring. I wouldn't say glaring need because they do have Daniel Gafford, who I like, and they have Kristaps Porzingis, who can play center sometimes.
He plays like 15 games a year.
Yeah, 15 games a year.
Yes, you're right about that.
Porzingis is a power forward. Porzingis doesn't play like a center anymore. He used to play like a center when he was in New York, blocking shots, right? Kind of being that Chet Holmgren.
But
he don't play like a center no more.
Yeah,
who's their point guard though?
Bradley Beal.
Bradley
Beal's
Beal
a
ran the
shooting
point for
guard.
them last
No.
year, but he ran a point for them last year. He had a career high in
No, Ty Washington. They have to go with a point guard this pick. I think.
I mean, you could have you could have like Porzingis running center and then flick his dick, and then he'll be out for 15 games.
That's
something like that.
Daniel Gafford.
The flick of a dick.
You're both fans, right? You've had Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford's cool. He's not a starting big. He's not a starting big in this league. He's a okay backup. Not a starter.
Satoransky and Neto was the rotation for point guard last year. Please pick point guard with this pick. Or go after.
They can sign Tyus Jones or trade for a guy or sign Tyus Jones.
Yeah, Tyus Jones.
I'm just saying to fill that. And if they really need to fill that need that bad, or trade back into the first round to get a point guard, but they need center as well. Either way, they need both positions. So I'm not mad at either.
Jacob, we're gonna get to your pick. 4 more picks. Calm down. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get to the Cavs, Mr. Jacob.
Dylan, I think it's what the Wizards will do. I don't. It's not me, loving Ty Washington. It's what I think the Wizards will do.
Oh, and Diago, exactly. I like that. I don't know. I don't mind the idea,
Denny
like Diago said, of moving Denny to point guard. I don't mind that idea. It's an experiment. I don't mind that idea of moving Denny to point guard if need be.
Steven, I like myself without a beard. I think I look good. But no, Denny to the point, I don't like that, honestly.
I can't say what you look like on stream.
All right, so here we go. Josh, kick us off with the New York Knicks.
All right, so the New York Knicks right here, they could really use another guard, another team that can use a guard. And here is where I got Johnny Davis going to New York. A great defender on and off the ball, solid mid-range shot, loves to work in the posts with his offensive game. He's got a sick turnaround jump shot, Plays very confident, able to create contact and draw fouls. Great energy, a good shooter off of the catch. Isn't the greatest athlete, but somebody who can come in and contribute right away for the New York Knicks, who desperately need another guard.
Nice.
Assuming they're staying here at the spot.
Yes, assuming the Knicks are staying there. We got to kind of put that disclaimer on this pick. If they stay here, this is their pick. But go ahead, Donnie.
All right, so the Knicks also need another wing that could really have a good career next to RJ Barrett. So I have them going AJ Griffin out of Duke. He's a 6'6" small forward. He's probably one of my favorites to watch in this draft. He was the 95th percentile in catch and shoot. All-around game versatile. He's a solid finisher. The only concern he does have a little injuries. He plays too vertically on defense sometimes. The release is a little bit low. Drawing fouls needs a little bit worked on, but those could all be like with the proper medical staff and all that, and could probably be, if you look at the medicals right, with any draft that's been shown like in NFL and NBA, you could probably find something that not a lot of people know about. And with like low release, that could be worked on with coaches, along with like verticality and all that. But I think he would be a great fit next to RJ Barrett. And I think that's what the Knicks need to do. Build around RJ. That's what they need to do.
See,
you hear that, Mike Nixon? I took the guy you wanted. Okay?
Look, Dylan, I may have Ty Washington going 10, and I know you're going to hate me forever for it. But look, I have your guy, Johnny Davis, going to the New York Knicks. Now, look, Johnny Davis is they do need guard, and I think Johnny Davis, they need some more offensive creation, and that's what Johnny Davis will bring to the Knicks. Johnny Davis is also the best available right now, in my opinion, and the Knicks is going to thrive, and Knicks fans will thrive by getting Johnny Davis, if they don't move up, which I think they will ultimately do.
Okay. All right, at the 11th overall pick, we have the New York Knicks. They will select AJ Griffin, small forward. Can play shooting guard out of the Duke University. AJ Griffin has a great shooting ability, great catch and shooter, underrated shooting off of the dribble as well. Can finish at the basket. Now, I had to disclaimer. While many believe the Knicks will not stay here, if they do stay here, I believe this is the pick. You got a 6'6" wing. Move RJ Barrett to the 2, or they can even swap the 2 and the 3 together because they're both that damn versatile. So I got AJ Griffin going here at an outside shooter next to RJ Barrett because that'll kind of fill a weakness that Barrett has from the outside consistently. So give me one of the better catch and shooters in this draft class and one of the best shooters overall, AJ Griffin.
Yeah. James says, I think this draft is weak, but I think there's a Devin Booker or a gem in the rough. I agree. I think this is a little bit weaker than last year's draft, and I think next year's draft will be a little bit better too. But I think there's a couple of all-stars from this draft, and I think there will be a couple of diamond in the rough, gem in the rough.
What makes it a weak draft to you?
I think last year's draft was going to have better.
I mean in general.
In general,
what is it to you that makes any draft weak, deemable as weak?
I think
I
don't think it's weak as in the fact of these players suck or there won't be many good players. But when I said it's gonna be a weaker draft class, I think it's with the years before it and maybe a little bit of a projection of the future years coming of prospects. I think that this is gonna be weaker than the surrounding draft classes.
No. I'll ask a third time.
What
makes a draft class? What makes a draft class weak to you? What would make a draft class weak to you? Is it because it lacks superstars? It lacks what? What would make a draft class weak to you?
I'd say, yeah. If it there needs to be those top picks. They need to be superstar, like for sure. This is gonna be a franchise guy. And if a draft class doesn't really have a for sure that it's going to be a weak draft class. I think. If there's not really a lot of all stars, yada kind of stuff, I think that's what's considered a weak draft. Draft.
In my opinion,
in
my very humble opinion, I think this draft class is going to be pretty solid. It's got some top heavy guys like Boncaro and Chet Holmgren, who I think is just at this point underrated with the amount of hate that this guy gets.
Yes,
Jabari
definitely.
Smith. And I think in this draft class, there are a lot of solid role players that will be playing vital roles for teams in the many years to come, offensively, defensively, and stuff like that. When I think of a weak draft class, I think of the year 2000. That 2000 draft class where you saw no real superstars and hardly any role players, and most of the draft classes out of the league within 5 years. To me, that's a weak draft class. So just because I feel that, a draft class lacks abundance of superstars or Hall of Famers, I don't think makes it completely weak. I think this is going to be a draft class that probably has maybe two real good stars, 3 maybe, and a bunch of solid role players for teams that are going to contribute.
So if a draft class just had a couple of like good role players and then everybody else didn't do good in their careers, would you consider that a weak draft class, or would those like a couple of good role players make it a of course not a strong one, but it's still a good draft class?
What was the quote? What would you say?
Like if there was, because there's no all-stars, no superstars, but there's a couple of good role players from a draft class.
I think some of these guys can make an all-star appearance.
Yeah,
maybe 2 or 3 times throughout their career.
I'm just saying in general, like let's say there's a draft class comes up and it only has a couple of good role players. Would you consider that a weak draft class, or does it have to be no good role players at all? Has just everything trash for it to be?
If it's just like if it's a draft class that sees just maybe a handful of role players, no real superstars, no first or all NBA teams in their future at all, then I think it would be considered weak, which is a lot like the 2000 draft class.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
Okay,
but I don't know. We'll see what this draft class is going to be about. I think there's a lot of great role players here.
Yeah. I think what's not being talked about in this draft class is how I think the second round, or like the second round in undrafted free agent class, is going to be really strong. Like you got guys like Scottie Pippen Jr. and Sharif O'Neal and Scott Elons, I think is one of the name out of Syracuse. Like they're very, very good players that are not being talked about because they're with smaller schools or they're not getting as much media attention. I think Sharif O'Neal might be one of the better gems out of this class. Scottie Pippen Jr., if your Bulls need a point guard, Scottie Pippen Jr. is right there for you. Because I think he's pretty all right prospect. Not the best, but pretty all right.
Okay. But with that being said, let's continue on to the 12th overall pick. The Thunder is back. Joshua.
All right, so the Thunder, which they got this pick from the Los Angeles Clippers. This is their second pick. They took Chet Holmgren from me earlier. So here, like I said, they need front court talent. So they're going to go with a power forward here, Jeremy Sohan, freshman, good playmaker, on and off the ball defense. Excellent. He could be an excellent two-way player. Has a lot of potential here. I'm going Jeremy Sohan.
I like it. Okay. Donnie?
All right. So I have the Thunder going oh God. Oh Lord, help me pronounce his name. Ousmane Dieng. Okay.
You got it.
Who's a 6'10" small forward out of New Zealand?
Yes. He actually played. Yeah, he played in the NBL. Yeah.
And he is exactly what the Thunder are looking for, like an out of state guy that you don't know a lot about, but put up crazy, awesome stats, and looks good and has a lot of talent. And that's exactly what they did with Josh Giddey. That's exactly what they did with Josh Giddey. They're going to do it again here with. But I think he's a little bit more raw. I think he needs a little more time in the oven. But having more size like this, he's a small forward who's 6'10". That just adds to what you're building in the front court. So I have Dieng going to the Thunder.
So I actually have Tari Eason going to the Thunder at 12. Tari Eason and Thunder have been linked together for a lot throughout this pre-draft process. And Tari Eason's a great player. Freshman out of LSU, two-way guy, averaged. Oh my goodness. 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 This is why I wrote it down. Thank you. 17 points per game, and also a lot of good defense over there. With only 24 minutes per game. He was coming off the bench as a sixth man for LSU, and he was putting up very good stats. He does need to fix his left. Definitely needs to fix his left. But Tari Eason is going to be a great player for the Thunder, and it's a small forward, which I think they do need some wing depth over there in OKC.
Okay. All right, so we're here at the 12th overall pick. We had the Oklahoma City Thunder. I had them selecting Ochai Agbaji, shooting guard / small forward out of the University of Kansas. Ochai, he's a champion. He's a winner. But let's talk about his game. He's a great wing shooter. And I think with him, with SGA, Josh Giddey, and then potentially drafting Chet Holmgren, as I have them doing, I think that's a perfect fit. I think Lou Dort is not the answer at that kind of 2-3 wing spot, whatever you want to call it. And I think Ochai, with his shooting ability from the perimeter, is going to be a great floor spacing for guys like Chet, SGA, and Josh Giddey to really operate offensively. Also, he does struggle a little bit from scoring inside. I would like to see that get a little bit more polished, but he's a decent defender, and I think that alone will have him getting drafted to the Thunder at 12. Corrupt? You have something to say?
No, just reading some of these comments.
Can I read a comment here?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
go ahead.
I want to respond to this guy named James Hoffend, who was referring to this draft class being pretty weak. And he mentioned, again, if you think this draft class is weak, fine. Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be, right? I can respect that. But, dude, you're going to mention, is there a LeBron James? I know you didn't just bring up fucking LeBron James. LeBron James, the second greatest, if not the greatest for some people, the greatest player, the greatest prospect to ever enter an NBA draft. You brought up, is there a LeBron James? There wasn't a LeBron James last year, or the year before that, or the year before that, or the year before that, the year before that, the year before that. There wasn't a LeBron James until back in 1996 with a guy named Kobe Bryant. And before that, 1984 with Michael Jordan. The fuck you talking about? A fucking LeBron James and Zion? Is there going to be a guy in this draft class that's going to play actual games of basketball and that sit out for a whole fucking year because he's too fucking fat? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I think there could be a guy who could contribute to a team more than Zion. And then Devin Booker. Was Devin Booker going into the draft? Devin Booker? Fuck no, or else he wouldn't have gone 13. What the fuck are you talking about? He said, I knew I would get a reaction. Well, there you go. You got one. I think this draft class, in my opinion, isn't necessarily weak because I think there could be 2 or 3 guys who could be stars in this league.
I agree.
Major contributors to a championship contending team. And then a bunch of role players who could see multiple all-stars in their career. And some of these guys have huge upside. Jeremy Sohan, the guy that I just drafted, that I just mocked, this guy has massive potential. A lot of these guys have big, huge upside. So we will see if there's going to be a Devin Booker. There might be a few Devin Booker type players, diamonds in the rough in this draft class. A LeBron James. Boy. Anyway, where are we at now?
So the 13th pick, the Charlotte Hornets. Josh.
All right.
Who do you have?
Charlotte Hornets. Ooh, this is a team that's very interesting in this offseason right now. Are they going to be hiring Mike D'Antoni? They probably will, since Kenny Atkinson decided, I'm going to stay in Golden State. Yeah. Hornets, they desperately, and I mean desperately, on their knees, begging and pleading, please let us get a legitimate big man. A legit big man. Plumlee isn't cutting it. PJ Washington, he can only do so much of the paint. They need someone who can come in there and protect the rim, be an interior scorer, someone who can shot block. Give me Jalen Durren from Memphis to the Hornets.
Ani?
You had Jalen Durren?
Okay. I think I have we have the 13th pick, the Charlotte Hornets. They're going to be selecting. So they didn't get a big man here because they would be reaching for about 10 picks for a big man. So they got shooting guard Johnny Davis as a backcourt mate to LaMelo Ball, And I think this is going to be a very good pick for Charlotte. And I think it would allow them to do a lot of floor spacing with what Mike D'Antoni's going to bring. And I'm about to fucking break down laughing. And I think after they, I do think they are going to trade for Russell Westbrook. Not give up picks. They're going to be mainly giving up salary, and they're going to be looking to the future to push that salary and mainly get a Miles Bridges extension done this offseason, which is their main priority in a lot of what I'm hearing. So they're not going to give up much for Westbrook, but they're going to probably draft a guard here to take those minutes away from Westbrook and then get $47 million back in cap space next offseason.
Actually, I think if Mark Williams and Jalen Durren are not on the board at 13, I think they probably should trade back or do something with these picks because I mean, yeah, or with one of these picks in particular. But I don't have any centers gone at this point, so they're going to go with the best center available, and that's going to be Jalen Durren. Like I said before, the Hornets. He's the best center in this draft class, and the Hornets desperately need a big man. Jalen Durren, probably he's one or two on the block as the best blocker in this draft class, and this is where this is where he's going to go.
All right, here we go. At the 13th overall pick, the Hornets select Mark Williams, 7'2" center out of the University of Duke. The Hornets are a team with another team, I think, like the Wizards, who have a glaring need at center. Montrezl Harrell is a bench guy. Cody Zeller, I mean, yeah, he didn't cut it for years. And they just have no center. And I think Mark Williams is a very, very great center. Talk about a guy who just has a great feel at the rim, who knows where he needs to be offensively, amazing team player, high energy type of guy. He's going to fit perfectly with LaMelo. I mean, him and LaMelo running the pick and roll, LaMelo passes it to him inside. I think it's going to be a beauty to see. And with his 7'2" height, 7'7" wingspan, and then he can reach up to like 9 feet tall. This dude's going to be an amazing rim protector. Kind of like a Clint Capella type of player, not exactly, but a little bit shades of Clint Capella. That's the type of guy I think he is going to be this for the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
And Mark Williams is going to be drafted at number 13.
What's up, JB Taylor? Hello.
JB Taylor?
I did not get that one wrong this time. I apologize for last stream.
Hello, Joshua.
James says that makes very little sense. What are you talking about? You talking about the Donnie pick? Because I know that's a little bit of a controversial one.
Okay, so
what I said.
All right. So let me explain it to you like you're 5 years old. When you're building around a point guard named LaMelo Ball, you need backcourt mates and not Terry Rozier, who's like 3 million years old. So when you draft a good young guard
He's
to
cool
put next to LaMelo Ball, it allows your offense to flow and be a little bit more dynamic. And if you want a center, go fucking sign Mo Bamba, you little shit.
Mo Bamba. I forgot about. Donnie got passionate
Fucking
there. I forgot Mo Bamba was a fucking. But he might not be talking. He might not be talking to you.
That's it. Yeah, that's if he's talking. That's if you're talking about Donnie.
yeah.
Assuming that's the same. That seems like the same time you commented that.
Nah, Diogo says no. Forget about Miles Bridges. He's too busy with the lean. That was pink lemonade. What are you talking about?
Everyone's
Stop, guys. It was pink lemonade, guys.
Okay, correct.
That was funny.
What's the walkout sports talk?
I know.
All right, where we at? We got 14, Josh.
So, Jacob Fredericks. We're in the Cavs. All right.
Yeah, Jacob Fredericks.
All right, Jacob. Pay attention because here we go. The Cleveland Cavaliers, what they could really use is some wing depth. Especially one who could play some good defense and provide us some scoring. So for the Cavaliers, I'm taking Ochai Agbaji from Kansas, a guy who can guard multiple positions. On the ball defense is fantastic. He can shoot well from three. He's a 41% from three-point shooting. If he can develop a little bit more of a consistent shot from the mid-range, and this guy has all the potential in the world. He could bang the paint with bigger players, muscling his way to the rim. He has a high release on his shot, making contested shots. He's not afraid of the moment. So Ochai Agbaji to the Cavs.
And that's funny because Dylan just asked, "Where's his guy Ochai at?" Well,
yeah.
Josh just had him
as
going.
Soon as you said that,
as soon as you said that. And I
There you
had
go.
Ochai Agbaji going to the Thunder, Dylan. So if you did not hear that. But Donnie, the floor is yours, buddy.
I have the Cleveland Cavaliers going with Malachi Branham, Ohio State shooting guard. He's 6'5". He's a great scorer. Shot 57% from the field last 10 games of his college career. He scores at all
Wow.
three levels, three-way score. He's a big guard, big old dude, very old school game. He's not really an explosive athlete. He needs to get stronger in his dribble and his handle to get past the bigger athletes of the NBA. His handle is not all there yet, but you can see a lot of it there to begin with. I think he'll be a great scoring complement. Those bigger guys they have on the Cavaliers, absolutely off the ball score.
Um,
Okay.
I agree with Josh here. I think the Cavaliers do definitely need wing depth. Isaac Okoro, he might not be cutting it anymore. So I have Ochai Agbaji going here to the Cavaliers. Ochai, fresh off a championship, good scorer, decent defender. He still needs to work on that a little bit, in my opinion. And he is 22, but I think he's going to be a good role player and a good wing player. Maybe I think he'll be better than Isaac Okoro, to be honest with you. So that's who I have going for the Cavaliers.
Okay.
Nas,
At
who do you have?
14, the Cleveland Cavaliers will select Tari Eason, 6'8" small forward out of the University of LSU. Like Krupp said, he was coming off the bench, but he was still one of the better efficient scorers in this class. And Sexton might not be here anymore. Okoro is just not cutting it at the wing spot. Why not get a guy who can cover Sexton's scoring, can fill the spot that Okoro lacks on the wing? And I think this is the perfect guy right here. The Cavs have two twin towers in their lineup. They have Darius Garland, so they don't need guard depth. They don't need too much big man depth. They just need that great wing who can provide some scoring. And I think he's probably one of the most efficient 3-level scorers in this draft class. So give me Tari Eason right here going to Cleveland.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, sorry, that was my hand.
Jacob wasn't even here. Are you
Jacob
serious?
wasn't even here. Look
Bruh.
at you, Jacob. Well, when Jacob comes back, I'm sorry, man. You gotta
Fucking
rewind the tape.
fool.
Big
Gotta
Fridge
rewind the
says if Okoro's buns again next year, how close will he be classified as a bust? What pick was he? He was like 8th, right?
7th or 8th.
7th or 8th. I mean, Okoro isn't bad though. Like he's just
He's
I don't know
not bad.
if I don't know if he's a
He's not,
starting small forward in the league. I don't know.
he's just not what the Cavs drafted. They drafted him to be an electric offensive finisher, a great defender, close to an all NBA type of defender at least, and he
Was
just
5th.
hasn't been that. So that's why I have him going another wing. Josh, Ray wants to know, would there be another Josh McFurry? Huh?
McFury, Joshua McFury.
Josh McFury.
McFurry.
McFurry.
Josh a wolf now? Like,
Josh got the tail, got the ears.
Joshua McFury with extra cheese. Let's go.
Extra cheese.
extra cheese and wolf fur.
Hey, MG to the Nas. This is the NBA draft talk right here. Yes, sir, Young Stingray. How you doing today, my man?
Bulls fan, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Young Stingray. Dude's funny, bro. He'll comment something funny soon. But yes, Young Stingray, your Bulls will be up at pick number 18 and about a few picks. But Josh, kick us off with number 15.
Yes, sir. At number 15, the Hornets with their second pick. Here, I got the Hornets needing more front court help. Miles Bridges, is he going to be gone? Maybe. We'll see. I think they should keep him, but Gordon Hayward, can't rely on him. Kelly Oubre, he could be gone. So get more front court help. And I have Tari Eason out of LSU going to the Hornets. That'd be a beastly pick for them.
Alrighty then. Well, at the 15th pick, I have the Charlotte Hornets selecting Jeremy Sochan. They finally get some front court help. He's power forward. He's 6'10", out of Baylor. Well, he's got the blonde hair, so you know he's going to be good. He's high energy, switchable defender. He's got the frame already. Rebounds are fantastic. Good passer in the closeout and kick out to the corner. Good passer all around in general. He's probably going to be instantly plug and play. Only concerns, shooting motion, not fluid. Not fluid enough. You need to get that more fluid. And he does not create for himself. So he needs to get that better going.
Yeah.
I think Josh just punched a gopher under his leg.
I think baseball fantasy going well, or just baseball. With the 15th pick and the end of the lottery, the start of the rest of the draft, Jeremy Sohan is my pick. They're going to add to that front court, which they need. PJ Washington is not doing it for me, honestly, and like Josh said, Miles Bridges might be gone. Kelly Oubre, and then Gordon Hayward, he's injured all the goddamn time. Jeremy Sohan, great defender. He can actually, he has some upside offensively. He's not a cone offensively. He got some good catch and shoots upside, and very good off the ball guy. Can cut, all that kind of stuff. So they're gonna go with Sohan with the pick.
All right,
Gordon Hayward still plays more games than Zion.
That's
great. That's tough.
Goddamn.
All right. At number 15, the Charlotte Hornets select MarJon Beauchamp, 6'7", guard/forward from the G League Ignite. Now, with Gordon Hayward being unreliable and could be gone via trade this offseason, I think this is the best spot for Beauchamp and the Hornets. His slashing ability, I think, is next level at the NBA level. And I think he provides some great defense and a great hustle with LaMelo and Miles Bridges. And I think with the Hornets needing that at the guard/forward spot, I think MarJon Beauchamp with his 6'7" height and his great wingspan and body frame will be a perfect plug and play in this Hornets lineup. JB Taylor says, what's funny?
Oh, hold on.
That was weird.
Are you talking about like I came back as soon as I turned my camera on? This motherfucker turns us off? Like, what's going on?
Like the exact second.
That's why I went like, what the fuck? I was so confused.
I don't know, bruh.
Before we continue.
Yeah.
Before we continue, can we all give a round of applause for Corrupt for fixing his headphone situation?
Go get them. You gotta go get them.
Go get them.
Go get the headphones. Let's go see. We gotta see the progress, the before and after. Come on, y'all.
No promises, Arturo. No promises.
So yeah.
I thought Arturo just asked Josh to do his mom for some reason. Straight up.
Whoa!
Like, what the fuck?
All right, Corrupt. Oh, look.
Oh my God, they're worse.
Yeah,
Why did they get worse?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, entering today's stream, fighting out of somewhere in the woods of Florida, standing at 1 inch, 1 foot 5 inches with a wingspan of 5'2". It is the legendary. I can't even.
Corrupt's headphones.
No, look at these things.
It is the legendary.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
They're worse.
Atrocity. Jesus, they're so. I can't even make. Look at that,
Bro. What the fuck?
Look at how it just dangles.
Look like library headphones that have just been broken.
Is that a whole roll of tape? Like
yes,
an entire roll
I
of tape?
use an entire roll of tape to fix these things.
Jesus Christ!
And these lasted for a good 2 years with this.
Corrupt, can you put those on one more time, real quick? One more time.
I got you.
All right, hold on. You look at a ham radio operator
everyone
in
take your
Vietnam.
pictures. It's the headphones. They made a return.
Look at that. That's a profile pic right there.
If you make like a really serious face right now, you could be on the a Vietnam movie poster. There you go, right there.
Y'all know that profile picture was
Good morning, Vietnam.
I'm gonna screenshot this and I'm gonna make a better profile picture like that.
Good morning, Vietnam 101.5 FM. We're here in South Vietnam, and oh my God, they're in the fucking trees.
All right. Oh man.
We on the Bulls pick yet?
No.
We are on pick number 16, the Hawks. Josh, it's all you, my guy.
All right.
Young figure, that's funny.
The Atlanta Hawks are on the clock. Hawks fans, make some noise. Oh,
Fuck
okay.
off.
All right. The Hawks, right here, they could really use another scoring option with Trae Young. I have them going with Malachi Branham from Ohio State. An elite scorer at all three levels. Good perimeter shooting, solid mid-range game as well as a post game for a guard, and could shoot off the dribble. I'm taking Malachi to the Hawks.
All right, then. Okay, so at pick number 16, I have the Atlanta Hawks, who don't really need a lot. Taking best player available, who's going to be Ochai Agbaji. I do unfortunately have him falling out of the lottery because of his age. Fuck off, Josh. God damn it. But I think
I'm gonna have nightmares.
you're all right. I'm gonna jerk off that later.
No.
But like,
Wait, what?
Huh? Wait, you want to repeat that, bro? You want to repeat that? Repeat that for me.
No, I'm not gonna fucking repeat that.
Yo, y'all.
Big
wild.
twin, shut up. Shut up. Oh, my God.
God, bro. Y'all
He's
wild
dead.
today.
I killed him, bro. I
You
knew
killed
it.
Did you just say you were gonna what?
Yes. I was going to make a poster out of it. Simply. Just make a poster out of it. That's what I
Okay,
was gonna do.
you said Ochai. Go.
Ochai Agbaji. I said a poster. Simply a poster. That's all I said. But like, I think slipping him in right here would be a good. Hold on. All right.
Hey, yo.
Hey, calm down.
Buddy, back to back, bro.
I just put on my headphones again. What?
So
Flipping
I think putting him in this situation with Atlanta, especially with him coming off a championship and then going to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think they do. I don't know if they want to keep. Do they want to keep DeAndre Hunter? I don't know if they want to keep DeAndre Hunter in this situation.
I think they will, yeah.
I think they will. Personally.
Okay.
My personal opinion.
It's kind of been flip-flopping with like they want to sign him to extension or keep him this offseason. So it's going to be interesting to watch that happen.
With the 16th pick, I actually have the Hawks going with Ousmane Dieng. Now, yes, I understand
Damn, you fell that far?
Yeah, fell. You mean he got reached this
Oh.
Anyways,
Corrupt.
so
Oh.
no,
Oh,
I don't
corrupt.
I don't hate Dieng. It's just compared to everybody else ahead of the draft, he's just not better than them. Anyways, so Ousmane Dieng has a lot of potential. He's showed a lot of promise, especially as a defender. And offensively, he actually has some nice games to him, too. He got that nice floater and catch and shoot threes, even though he tends to float too much. But the thing is, the Hawks were a bottom 5 defense in the NBA. And I think Dieng will help with this defense tremendously. And looking at their forwards, I think John Collins is gone. I think he will be traded. Who else? Oh my goodness, their front court could use a lot of help. They have Gallinari. He's old as hell. He's a bum. He's gone. And so I think they're gonna go with Ousmane Dieng here. And Dieng, like Donnie said, 6'10", big boy. So I'm gonna go with Ousmane Dieng.
Also, for weaknesses for corrupt with Dieng, his piece of shit. He thinks he's a piece of shit.
He also thinks his family needs to be murdered. Want to write that
Okay.
down?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
It was a joke. Where's the whiteboard when you did it? It was a joke.
All right, we're at 16. This is the Atlanta Hawks. At the 16th overall pick, I have the Atlanta Hawks selecting Jeremy Sohan, 6'10" power forward from the University of Baylor.
There we go. Okay.
And on my notes, the first thing I put here is Atlanta needs defense in all caps. In AD defense here, DeAndre Hunter can't stay healthy. Clint Capella is getting older and older. So when you got a guy who has the potential to be an All-NBA defensive talent, I think you get him here. I agree with what Donnie said earlier. He needs to work on that jump shot. Cannot create cannot create for himself. I'm sorry. But his defense will be an immediate impact. His offense will be a work in progress throughout the years. But the hope is that he can become a great fundamental offensive role player and an All-NBA defender, and I think he will for the Hawks.
Looking at some of the chat right here. Where is it? James says Gallinari can still play. Yeah, he's a good player. It's just I think they need to look into a new direction, especially since he's going to be 34. I think. My apologies.
30.
By the time.
God damn.
Oh.
No,
I
was surprised. I was surprised he was 33.
Yeah, he's old.
No.
He's old. Well, Krupp hates everything that is bad. That's not true, Nathaniel. Main reason they're trading Collins is because defense, and that's why I have Yang going here, because Yang's a good defensive guy. Gallo was cooked. Dylan, I agree with you. All right. Corrupt probably hates his mom. I love my mom. She's the best mother ever. And not like that.
He also said other things about his mom that we won't say on stream due to, because I'm respectful like that. But yeah. But at number 17, we have the Houston Rockets again. Joshua. There you go.
All right, the Houston Rockets. This one comes from the Nets. And this is their second pick in the first round. I had them going Banchero, the first pick. Now, with this one, I'm going to have Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara, 21-year-old, who's a scoring threat, a versatile defender who can do a bit of everything. He's solid in the ISO, who can create for himself offensively. So, Rockets going Jalen Williams here.
That's a great pick.
Donnie?
I have the Houston Rockets go. Damn. I have the Rockets going Tari Eason, small forward out of LSU. Their main idea is I feel like they were too small last season, playing guys like Daniel Tice, really working out with them. Need to get some more size, a little bit younger there. So I think having a guy like Tari Eason next to Monchero would actually make that front court very nice. His rebounding and instinct is great. He's a disruptive defender. His slashing is great, especially when he goes straight to the basket. Jump shot is a little bit unconventional. He doesn't have a good feel for the game just yet, which is kind of a little bit scary. He's this young and that he's still trying to get a good feel for the game of basketball. He only drives to his right, so he needs to get that left-handed drive. So I think this would be a great pick, especially this late in the draft after the lottery for Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Rockets will be choosing Marjon Beauchamp with the 17th overall pick. Marjon Beauchamp comes from they will. Marjon Beauchamp is from the G League Ignite, very explosive, nice dunker, athletic, and he also played really good defense over there in G League, by the way, playing against G League NBA talented players. And the Rockets definitely need some wing depth. They have Jashawn Tate, Kenyon Martin. They definitely need to add some.
There have been some trade rumors about Kenyon Martin, so they could be looking at another wing.
Which is even more so why they should go after Marjon Beauchamp, who I actually think is one of the underrated prospects in this draft class. Nice.
All right. At 17, the Houston Rockets will select E.J. Liddell, 6'7" power forward from Ohio State. E.J. Liddell is a great inside forward. Also is a great outside shooter as well. Good shot blocker for his size. And with the Houston Rockets, they're going to be drafting Banchero. So with that, Banchero, they have Alperen Sengun there as well. They're going to be a great, how do I say it? I can't find the word I'm looking for, but they're gonna be great. They will complement each other.
Good team?
No, I'm
going to be a good team.
Yes, Donnie. Yes, but no. I think E.J. Liddell with the forwards I have projected being in Houston, also getting rid of Christian Wood. I think that Liddell with Houston, with his defensive ability, and his good, solid all-around offensive game at 6'7". I think he'll be a good fit with Bencaro, Sengun. He'll probably be coming off the bench for those guys, but I think EJ Liddell is the pick to go right here.
Yeah.
James, do you understand how that? No. When they're from the so there's a team in the G League called the G League Ignite, where players who have not been drafted yet at all, they're younger players before they've graduated, or they could come before they're graduated, or instead of going to college, they go to the G League Ignite. That's what happened with Marjon Beauchamp. He's never been in the NBA. He's not a G League player. He's a young player who went on the G League Ignite and chose that route instead of college. Unless I'm misunderstanding your message.
Also, same thing happened with Jonathan Kuminga and Jalen Green last season.
Yes, exactly. Yes, James. That is your bet.
Right.
That is your bet.
We are here
Oh.
at the 18th overall
Josh.
pick, and Josh.
And now the Chicago Bulls are on the clock. My Bulls. They could really use some good size, some defense, a shot blocker, somebody who can provide something on the wing inside the paint. And assuming that we stay here at 18, because the Chicago Bulls could be moving up, we could be trading this pick. There's a lot of different ways Arturas Karnisovas can be making a move here. But if we stay here on my draft board, I'm going with EJ Liddell, power forward out of Ohio State, with a 6'11" wingspan, makes him an excellent shot blocker, good size, and he's strong AF. Is solid in the defensive situations, rotating to the paint, solid on-ball defender, versatile defender who can guard multiple positions and does a little bit of everything. Solid perimeter shooting and continues to improve his three-point shot. I think he'd be an excellent fit for the Chicago Bulls. Ideally, I would want Tari Eason here, but EJ Liddell would be excellent for the Bulls here.
Okay. Interesting pick.
Donnie.
All right. Look, the Bulls need another point guard. Like, they have Lonzo's situation is just not working out, you know. So you look concerned there. Also, they need a backup point guard to run the bench. Now, do I think that's going to become through this draft? No, but I think they're going to go best player available here. So I have them taking Ty Washington Jr. out of Kentucky. He's a 6'4" point guard. Josh is about to kill me in sleep, but he's excellent in the pick and roll. He's size for point guard position. Free throws and threes. He's great at hitting shooter in the corner and at the top of the elbow. He's not lightning fast, not explosive near the rim. He's had games with high turn. I think it's be a good pick. Chicago, but if I didn't have them going Ty Washington, I would have them going Tari Eason, but I think it's be each on this. So that's what I would have going there.
All right.
So the Chicago Bulls here, I agree with Donnie. They're going to go with best available, and that's EJ Liddell. I think first off, I like EJ Liddell as a prospect more than Ty Washington. Just want to say that outright. But EJ Liddell is what the Bulls need right now. They need defense, especially as a shot blocker and rim protector, which EJ Liddell can do both. EJ Liddell is probably my second favorite. He might be better than Sohan as a defender. He can guard 1 through 4 guards. He can guard guards. He can guard guards pretty well. And EJ Liddell has also been a really good 3-point shooter, catch and shoots. 4 attempts per game on 38% 3-point percentage. EJ Liddell is the perfect pick here. He's the best available, and I think he's one of the more NBA ready type of guys in this draft.
He is, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know he's tough.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here at the Chicago Bulls. Now, with the 18th pick, the Chicago Bulls are going to select Malachi Branham, shooting guard, 6'5", out of Ohio State. I think Kobe White is going to be in that potential Rudy Gobert trade, and I think Branham and Dosunmu are the guards you want to run off the bench. When we look at Branham, he's a great 3-level scorer, growth finisher at the basket as well. And like I said, when you need you need a guy to replace Kobe White, because Kobe White, despite his inconsistencies, was a good scorer for you guys. I think Malachi Branham can come off the bench and potentially be your sixth man. If I would assume was the clear sixth man, then he can be the other guy off the bench as well. But I like the 3-level scoring ability and Malachi Branham going to Chicago at 18.
Okay. Jacob, you were raving about getting to the Cavs pick. When's the Cavs pick coming? And then when we said it, you weren't here. What's up with that, man? What's up with that? Diogo says, I got Walker Kessler here. That is very high.
Wow.
In most drafts, honestly, I think. But Walker Kessler is a good prospect. Rhea, no, you've stolen my fan. I think you stole my blinds. You cannot steal my DeJounte Murray jersey.
Did she steal your door as well?
You steal your dignity?
Zach, what's going on, man? How you doing today? All right. We are on to the Timberwolves.
Hey, all right.
Hey.
Minnesota. The
Josh.
Timberwolves here at 19. Well, I mean, they could be interesting during this offseason. There's rumors that they could be moving on from D'Angelo Russell. If that happens, they could go after a guard. Ty Washington would be available for me here. So that could be an option. But for me, I'm going to go with Blake Wesley, a guy who played the guard or the wing, 19 years old, out of Notre Dame, one of the most explosive athletes in the draft class. Great size with some solid wingspan. Very agile, quick, and can penetrate to the lane. Great burst to his game. Some solid ball handling, and can be very slippery getting to the rim. Timberwolves would do well going with Blake Wesley right here.
I love that pick.
He's a little bit raw, but a lot of potential here.
Oh, yeah. But, that's not a problem, especially.
Yeah. I have the Timberwolves going with a little bit more toughness on the defensive side of the ball. In the front court, I have them going EJ Little. Out of Ohio State, power forward. He's 6'7". I think. I don't think the backup center for the T-Wolves, Naz Reid, is going to be there much longer. I think getting a young guy who could stretch the floor a little bit, like EJ Little, is a lot better than having Naz Reid on your bench that long. He's a great help side blocker. He's not going to struggle with strength. He's not going to struggle with strength in the NBA. He's a great strong athlete. He rebounded probably at the best of his position in college, to my knowledge. Probably a little bit average. He's probably the strongest rebounder that I've seen on tape in college. Besides, I can't think of anybody on top of my head. Maybe somebody,
Mark
maybe
Williams,
fucking. Oh, well, thank you. But I think a pick for the Timberwolves, get a little more toughness on the defensive side.
I have the Timberwolves selecting Jalen Williams here. Williams is a damn good guard / wing, and he has a lot of nice length. He has a 7'2" wingspan, which is really good. He's also a very good defender, disruptive on the passing lanes, using his length nicely. And I think Jalen Williams is one of the most quickly rising guys in this draft, and I think the Timberwolves are gonna, take Jalen Williams with this pick. He's a very good player, and he is 21, but I think he's gonna be very good in the NBA.
All right, we are here at Minnesota. All right, so the next overall pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Nikola Jovic, 6'10" small forward from the NBL. Or no, Jovic not from the NBL. That's the Yang, but
No,
6'10" small forward,
Serbia.
6'10" small forward from Serbia. I'm sorry,
Serbia.
I compared. I'm sorry, I thought him and Dieng were the same person. But Jovic is a good scorer at the small forward position. Very lengthy. He's a solid 3-level scorer, and I think for Minnesota, Jarrett Vanderbilt does not cut it at the 3 position, so I think he provides some offensive impact. Does need to work on his defensive ability, and I think he does lack a little bit of consistency. But I think when you talk about the small forward position in Minnesota, Jarrett Vanderbilt I just don't think he cuts it here, and I think Jovic can do that. Put him next to Ant-Man and Cat and the rest of the crew, and they could have a good offense here.
Honestly, I think I think the Timberwolves wings / forwards have been a little bit underrated in my opinion. I actually like Jared Vanderbilt a little bit, and they also have Jaden McDaniels, who I actually really like too. He's a good defensive guy over there. Gives you a couple of points, and Torian Prince is still there. Who else? Yeah, and those are the 3 forwards are biggest guys there, and I think Jalen Williams. I don't know. I think Jalen Williams is just one of those like the rising prospects, and I think he might be he might be the best available right here. Actually, he's not, but he's one of the best available right here. And Jovic is good. You can go Nas. Go Nas.
I think I mean I can agree with that. I just think Torian Prince is old as bricks. I mean, he's been in the NBA for a while, and I personally I'm not high on Vanderbilt. And what's his name? Blanking. Other wing on the Timberwolves. I'm not high on
Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels as much as you are.
Oh, I like.
Just because Vanderbilt has not shown me really much of anything, and I think McDaniels is a great defensive wing, but I think Jovic provides that scoring on the wing that can help out Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. That's why I have him going here a little bit higher than most people have Jovic here at 19, but I think I just don't like the wings that they have there. They haven't shown me enough potential. They haven't shown me why they were drafted. And their spots are definitely open for competition, and I think Jovic is great for that.
Yeah. All right. Hi, Serge. Hi, bro. This is the first time.
What's up, Serge?
Where you been? Where have you been?
Serio.
Dylan.
What's up, Serge?
We'll get to him. All right, calm down. Damn.
All right.
I have a question for Serge.
Yes.
How good are your vlogs?
They better be outstanding too.
They better be the best vlogs. They better be Casey Neistat vlogs, bro.
Wait, you talking about vlogs?
Yes.
They should be Roman Outlet vlogs, bro.
All right, guys. On to serious things here, okay? This is a very important pick. And I need you guys to bring your A game right now.
That's actually
Number
true.
20.
Yeah.
The Spurs. Who do you
All
have?
right, so the San Antonio Spurs, the 2-1-0. This is their second pick in the first round. This one comes from the Raptors. In the first pick, I had them going Dieng. Now, I think the San Antonio Spurs, what they really need to do here is if they don't package it together with their other first round pick and move up, assuming they stay here, they got to go best available with the most upside. And there's a guy in this draft that is absolutely someone I think could be that diamond in the rough that James was talking about earlier. That guy who could be like that Devin Booker, someone who can slide right here, and someone that 5 years from now that we're all just like, how the hell did he slip all the way down to this spot? San Antonio, they did it again, proving why they're probably the best franchise in basketball. Someone who can provide scoring, ball handling, playmaking, has great IQ on the court, great defensive ability, someone who can shot block, somebody who can be that perfect guy that Popovich can mold into a superstar in this league. And for the San Antonio Spurs here at 20, I'm going to go out of Pennsylvania, guard Mike Nixon. For the San Antonio Spurs.
Great pick. Fantastic fucking pick. Awesome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I think he's someone who can come into this league right away and contribute and drop like 25 a game. 25 a game. No,
I think as a guy, who is also
that's so stupid.
As a guy who also has seen Mike Nixon play in high school in person, he's my rival.
Was he your Philly athlete of the week? Your Philly athlete of the week?
He's my next Philly athlete.
Yeah.
So,
bro, he was on the Villanova championship team, bro.
I have that poster from high school where he's just like, just
the
rim,
bro.
And he was a 5-star running back too, right?
5-star, 5.5 star.
Oh,
shit! And you know what?
Shit!
You know what, bro? seeing him in person, being rival high schools, I was just like, wow. Doesn't
You know.
This is the first athlete since LeBron James to come out of high school, y'all.
Oh.
You want a LeBron?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. For real.
right.
Who you have my Spurs taking?
All right, so the San Antonio Spurs, I think you guys could honestly use another point guard behind DeJounte Murray, someone who can contribute, maybe even play with DeJounte Murray on the court at the same time. I'm going Ty Washington out of Kentucky for your Spurs, Corrupt. A crafty guard with solid ball handles, with great perimeter scoring, a versatile shot creator. I'm going to go with Ty. I know you love him so much, so there you go.
Yeah,
sorry, buddy.
Amazingly enough.
Going Ty.
Donnie?
All right, so obviously you need size, you need a bunch of that. So I'm gonna go with the smallest point guard in the draft, Kennedy Chandler, point guard, 6'1". No, I'm kidding. Kennedy, the pick is Kennedy Chandler, but he's Kennedy Chandler, point guard of Tennessee. I think he reminds me a little bit of Jose Alvarado. I think he has, especially in the defense, weight in passing lanes to pick it off at the right time. Not that weird trick where Jose Alvarado better that weird trick where he's standing in the corner. I don't think anybody's going to replicate that because everybody's going to watch out for that.
Or like the Grand Theft Alvarado move or something.
Yeah, but he's a very fluid shooter. He's a really good finisher too, especially for his size. And he's hard to keep track of because he's so small. And he's a really good decision maker. So I think this would be a really good fit for your San Antonio Spurs.
Yes. Kennedy Chandler, literally his biggest thing is size. I'm being short. That's like his biggest knock on him coming into this draft. He's an Eddie. But at 20, you guys had a point guard. I'm going completely opposite with this pick. I'm gonna go with Mark Williams out of Duke.
Wow.
I think we need the size, we need the strength, and we need the length.
We need
cool,
the strength.
But I think Jakob Poeltl's not going to be here long term wise. Mark Williams, we need front court, we need all this. So Mark Williams will be the perfect pick for us, and of course, great rim protector. He has some things he needs to work on, and we got Tim Duncan who's in the building. It will definitely help Mark Williams with those things. So Mark Williams will go to the Spurs at 20.
All right, we got the San Antonio Spurs here at number 20. With the 20th overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Walker Kessler, center out of the University of Auburn. He's the best available center.
I like he's white.
Walker
he's
Kessler
good.
is an elite shot blocking big man. I think he really replicates Jakob Poeltl, and I think that's going to catch the eye of the Spurs. He's a great pick and roller and a fundamental rebounder. Walker Kessler here will be coming off the bench for his first year, and then once Jakob Poeltl leaves, it's going to be all him. You talk about how Tim Duncan's here corrupts and how he's in the building. He's going to help Walker Kessler with some of his post play because I think he can clean that up a little bit. I think sometimes he can be a little sloppy in the post. So I think here he has fundamental rebounding, amazing shot blocker. Honestly, he might be the second best shot blocker outside of Chet Holmgren. That's really a conversation for a guy like Walker Kessler here. And I think his pick and roll ability is going to be great. Dejounte Murray. So Walker Kessler here at number 20.
I actually think EJ Liddell is okay. There's a little bit different between like rim protector and shot blocker. And I think EJ Liddell is the best shot blocker, and Walker Kessler is like the second best
rim protector. I mean, it's close. It's close.
Because Mark Williams, Jalen Duran, Chet,
too.
It's close. Statistically, Walker Kessler is actually the best shot, rim protector in college.
Mm-hmm.
But I like those picks. It's just, I don't know. Those are good picks. I just have a little bit of a different vision with the Spurs, personally.
Oh.
But
I'm glad we could acquire your vision, Corrupt. That was great. Great job, man.
D-Hub said, Can they draft Joshua Primo again? No.
Yes.
They draft
if I see Leonard Miller at number 9, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to just walk out. I'm gonna walk out.
What if you see Christian Coloco at number 9?
No, I'd quit.
All right.
I'm,
Okay,
I'm
but
a free agent. I'm
all
a
right.
free agent.
Corrupt. What about Christian Braun at 9?
Oh hell,
God, bro. James says,
Christian
so do you
Braun,
think the
interesting.
Suns? I like Christian Braun, but a 9 odd. So do you guys think the Suns can get a lottery pick for Aiden, especially top 4? I don't know about top 4,
Mhm.
but yeah, Aiden lottery pick. Yeah, I think so.
And
Yeah,
I want to talk about this more after the mock draft because we talked about it a little bit after our big board corrupt about this stuff. So after the mock draft, maybe just a couple minutes to talk about some possible trade scenarios and stuff because Aiden's an interesting story.
yeah. Where are you gonna
But-
say, Josh?
No,
You look like.
about the 8.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I thought you were about to say something before I said that. So my bad.
All right, 21.
You know
we
what?
have the Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets.
All right, the Nuggies right here. They could really use some wing depth with concerns to Michael Porter Jr.'s health. This guy could, be really risky here, going forward. Hardly touches the court. They could also use a backup big and possibly a guard. That's some better defenders on this team.
Mhm.
I will be going Kendall Brown, small forward out of Baylor. Freshman, 19 years old, very athletic wing, very good defender, and above the rim player with a great vertical. One of the best finishers in this class, brings very good intensity on the defensive side with his size and athleticism, can guard multiple positions, 1 through 4. If he could develop a shot from 3, even better. Kendall Brown to the Denver Nuggets.
That's a good pick. I like Kendall Brown.
Thank you.
All right.
Donnie, the couch.
The Denver Nuggets at pick 21. I have them going. They need a wing. They need some wing depth. They need a little more size. They could have a little bit more passing, a little more shooting. So I have them going Nikola Jovic.
Oh my
6'11",
God, bro.
220. He's exactly what they need. Like,
All right.
it's a good fit. He's a great scorer. I mean, the moves he can do like on the perimeter is great. He's a great outlet passer. The touch of shooting, especially, is good. Great ball handling. He's a good rebounding threat. And he's athletic enough to finish above the rim. Concerns that I have with him: who does he defend? He has that slimmer frame. He rarely stays in front of the ball. He's not strong enough to bang down low yet, but I think that can be fit. He reminds me a lot of Jokic. Like, he reminds me a lot of Jokic, bro.
God, man.
And honestly, he might be what they need, like another ball handler on there to take pressure off Jokic. And he's a wing that can play and shoot the outside ball. So, yeah, Nikola Jokic to the Nuggets.
Yeah, Diego. It'd be like middle of a Nuggets game, and they'd be like, Jovic. Yeah, that'd be funny. But with 21, I'm looking at this team, and I'm looking at the guards. Jamal Murray's got injured, and so they got Bones Highland. Then you go to shooting guard, Will Barton. And this guy's been falling for me. I actually like him a lot higher than 21. I'm going to go with the guy, shooting guard out of Ohio State, Malachi Branham. Very good shot creator, especially from the mid-range. Has some catch-and-shoot 3 potential upside there. And I think this is definitely going to help the Nuggets guard situation. Honestly, he might be able to start over Will Barton by the end of the year. So this is I have Malachi Branham going to the Nuggets.
All right, we got the Denver Nuggets. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. With the 21st overall pick, the Denver Nikola Jokic's, because that's basically their team, the Jokic's select Usman Dieng, 6'10 guard/forward from the NBL. Dieng provides a lot of playmaking and defensive versatility. Needs to be developed a lot of other places offensively, but I think he's not as NBA ready as I want him to be. But Usman Dieng, when you talk about a team that needs that guard and wing depth, Will Barton is getting a little bit older. He's been in the league for a while, and I don't know how consistent Will Barton will be as he was last season. Michael Porter Jr. has injury issues, so I think that guard/forward position is kind of a wide open spot for the Nuggets. And I think when Murray comes back, Michael Porter Jr. comes back, if Will Barton starts to decline and Dieng starts to develop and become more ready to start, I think he's going to be probably the future wing player for the Denver Nuggets.
Dylan, what don't you like about Jokic? Jokic is cool. He's a good offensive-minded player. He's a little bit inefficient, and defensively, he definitely could use some help. But he has the upside, and he has the talent to be a good offensive player, at least, and then NBA, a good offensive role player. Can hit the three, can create a little bit of an underrated passer. Same thing with Dieng, who you just had going to the Nuggets. So I want to hear your explanation, Mr. Dylan.
Mr. Dylan. All right, we are here at number 22, and this is the Memphis Grizzlies. Josh, take it away.
All right. Let's see here. The Memphis Grizzlies are on the clock, and they have one of the best and deepest rosters in the NBA. However, they could be losing Tyus Jones. So I was thinking they could be taking, maybe Kennedy Chandler here. That's possible. But actually, I'm going to go with a big here for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to go with Mark Williams going to the Grizzlies. And the reason why, yes, they do have Steven Adams, but he has 1 year left on his contract. So are they really going to be able to afford to pay him what he's going to be worth? It's possible that he might be gone. They're going to need another big. So I'm going to go with Mark Williams here.
That's a great pick. Mark Williams. Oh, wow.
All right, Donnie.
Yeah, sure. Give me
22.
1 second. All right. And let's see. We have pick number 22. I have, for the Memphis Grizzlies, I have him getting another guard. Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara. Shooting guard, 6'6", one of the fast risers of the draft. I think he could actually provide a lot more depth, and they could be looking to move on from one of their guards, Dylan Brooks, to make a little bit more shooting and spacing. Dylan Brooks is not good at basketball. He's not good at basketball, especially in that system.
He's decent.
No, he's not good. He's not good. So I think they need to get some more guards in there to get rid of the cancer that is Dylan Brooks in that locker room. Newsflash, I hate Dylan Brooks. He's not a good player.
Yeah, really, I could not tell whatsoever.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies, I'm looking at their rankings from last year, and they were pretty high on a lot of it, defensively, offensively, and like Josh said, they are a deep team. One of the things I noticed was that their three-point shooting is pretty average, and I think with this pick, Nikola Jovic, they're going to be able to help with that a little bit. Jovic, of course, like I said before, when I'm talking to Dylan, he's a good three-point shooter, and he has a lot of good talent on the offensive end, and does need to improve defensively. But I think I think he'll be able to go. Jokic is now able to be a decent defender, so I think Jovic is fine, and he can become a little bit better. Nice. Grizzlies time.
All right. At number 22, the Memphis Grizzlies are going to select another guard here. Jaden Hardy. They're going to be losing Dylan Brooks, possibly, and Tyus Jones. And I think Jaden Hardy is a good pick for him. He has dropped on a lot of draft boards, but he is still a solid three-level scorer, an amazing finisher who can create contact at the basket. But some of the things that he needs to work on is that he is a little bit predictable with a lot of isolation possessions. So I want him to kind of play a little bit more off the ball, because you will have to with John Morant. And he does have some turnover issues, but luckily he won't be the primary ball handler in the Grizzlies offense, so that'll be cool. I think as a guard, even starting in a few years or even coming off the bench now, he can make an impact, and he can provide a spark as a scorer in this Grizzlies offense. And I think he can still be not what we thought he would be maybe a year ago before, first looking into this draft, but I think he can still be a great scorer off the bench, or even starting, like I said, for someone's team. And I think the Grizzlies could be that team, because I think they need someone else who can create a shot outside of Ja, and I think Jaden Hardy does create his own shot.
What's up, Diogo? Yeah, you got it.
Diogo says, I'm wondering, MG, you willing to trade Danny Green and a salary filler in Danny Green at 23 for Eric Gordon? Now, here's the thing about that. I don't mind trading Danny Green at all, but if we're trading the 23rd overall pick for Eric Gordon, I don't know if I'm fully sold on that, because first off, you're trading Eric Gordon's a good 3-point shooter, but you're trading your first round pick for an older 3-point shooter. I think we can get a nice younger guard at that 23rd overall pick who will be around longer, who can develop into a player at the same level as Eric Gordon, who's just a great role player. So I'm not gonna trade our first round pick, pick number 23 for Eric Gordon. That's just something I wouldn't do, but that's just me. But
Also,
what's up?
I was going to say to other 76ers things, that's literally the next pick. But apparently, the 76ers are eyeing PJ Tucker now that he tends to enter free agency. How would you feel about that? PJ Tucker going to the 76ers, Mr. Nichols?
I mean, with Danny Green possibly being out of here, Matisse Thybulle is cool, but I think he does provide a lot. Obviously, he provides a lot of effort. He provides a defensive ability. He shoots from his corners. He's kind of like your great, gritty role player, and he does add some toughness for this team that we kind of lacked in the playoffs. Sometimes when we fell down, we didn't have that guy who would bring us up. We didn't have that energy, that spark plug guy, and PJ Tucker does provide that. So I think signing him would be great. Bring him on right now.
All right, it is the 76ers 23. Josh, what do you have on here?
All right, the Philadelphia 76ers, they could really use some 3-and-D wings as Danny Green has torn his ACL and LCL. Teams tend to bully Korkmaz and Georges Niang. Thybulle isn't very much a good shooter. Also, they could use a backup to Joel Embiid as they may be looking at – and they also may be looking to trade this spot. I've even heard that they might be possibly trading Tobias Harris.
Yep.
Thybulle, Korkmaz, Milton. So 76ers, for me, best available for them, Jaden Hardy out of the G League, Ignite, going to Philadelphia.
I love that pick. Okay. And I'll give my opinions on everyone's pick after, but go ahead, Donnie.
Carom's cheesing over there.
Damn, he
What?
is. So straight cheesing. So I went with the same basic formula. They need 3-and-D wings and or guards, but I also had the thought to put some more size around Embiid. So I went with Dalen Terry, a guard out of Arizona.
Great pick.
He's 6'7", and he's continuing to get better at his 3-point shooting, and he's an excellent defender, and he's a really good passer, and he has a really good tendency of turning defense into offense, and that's what I love about him. I don't think he played that much in college. Well, yeah, he did. He's very efficient. He shot 68.6% around the rim in his last season at college, which is great.
Dylan.
And he is a fantastic cutter off and on the ball.
Yes.
And that's why it'd be a good pick for Philadelphia.
A little bit of shades of a more athletic Draymond Green.
Ooh, I can see
he's
it.
like a ball handling. He's almost like a ball handling Draymond Green.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Like a play. I don't really know. This, I guess.
So we're at 23, and this man Josh keeps on copying me because I have Jaden Hardy going to the 76ers. I think we know James Harden is not staying there long term. So Jaden Hardy will be nice, developing a little bit until James Harden leaves. And we know that the 76ers could also use a little bit more shot creation, especially besides freaking Maxey, Embiid, and James Harden. Jaden Hardy is going to be a good pick for them, and he can develop under them. He was very, 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 very inconsistent in the G League Ignite, so he has a lot of room to develop with the 76ers and under James Harden. So, Nas, who do you have for your own team?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the 23rd overall pick for your future 2023 NBA champions, the Philadelphia 76ers. Everybody give it up for their next NBA champions. All right, there we go. All right, here we go.
Second round exits.
With the 23rd overall pick in this draft, the Philadelphia 76ers will select Ty Washington, point guard from the University of Kentucky. Ty has great playmaking potential, flashes of great self-scoring creation, but does need more consistency and better efficiency in the scoring department. But when you look at where the Sixers are at right now, you have Maxey and Harden who are the lead guards. So he'll probably take away Shake Milton's spot easily. So he's going to be able to come off the bench. He's going to be able to develop himself. And I don't want to compare them to, but he's going to have the similar development of Tyrese Maxey in the fact that when Tyrese Maxey was in his rookie year, we let him come off the bench, played like 10 minutes a game, and he developed into a great player year 2. That's what Ty Washington's role is going to be in his year 1. And I cannot stress enough about how we need ball handling, shot creation off the bench, and playmaking off the bench. I have been screaming that for years, and I don't want to go on a rant, but we have needed ball handling, shot creation off the bench for as long as I've been watching this team. We've never had a good bench guard, and we finally can get one here. Finally. So we're going to Ty Washington here. Who's going to be an instant impact, instant playmaker, and he's going to develop his strength, which he's already shown flashes of doing so. So the Sixers are going to select him here. So, Josh, who do you had us going Jaden Hardy? Corrupt has going Jaden Hardy. Donnie had us going Dylan Terry. Now, let me start off with Jaden Hardy. I have Hardy going at 22, but if he is here, I would take him over Ty. I would take him over Ty Washington. And Dalen Terry is interesting because I think as he is good, I think we lack a little bit of spacing, and I don't think we need as much more size. I wouldn't mind Dalen Terry, but I just don't think that's necessarily a play style that we need on this team. I think more of a Jaden Hardy or Ty Washington, a quicker guard who can create a shot, will be more of a need, but that's just me. Other Sixers fans could agree to disagree, but that's just what I think. But I love the Jaden Hardy selection, and Dalen Terry's cool too. As Josh and Corrupt are having a love affair in the chat, as you guys can see.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
A love affair.
All right, this is getting sus.
First off,
hold on. I'm gonna explain
minor?
this. Bro.
I have the whoa. What do you? I just read what he just wrote. What the hell is that?
Yeah, bro.
You have the goods. What
Josh,
the fuck?
You got.
That's not sus. What?
What's going on? You got the goods.
My
What
God.
you mean by that? What you mean by
Yeah.
that? What you mean by that?
What do you
God
mean by
dang
that?
it, we cannot discuss these matters.
Oh, see, come on, bro.
Get
Oh.
arrested.
Donnie, I don't know if you see this, but the way Josh was like, "Hey, Corrupts," it was just
Whoa!
Okay.
Why are you making this?
Where's my
Nah.
I just look at the camera. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I hate your hat.
I came back without my hat.
Wait, no. Who'd you have the 76ers going again?
Jaden Hardy, you bub.
Jaden Hardy, just
Not you, Nas.
You said
I said Ty,
No,
bro.
I did. I
Gosh.
said Nas. I said Nas. No,
What
I
the
did not.
fuck is
But
going
yeah, I
on?
had him on Ty. But what's up, Mr. 89, fellow Philly fan in the chat? He said Doc ain't gonna play the 23rd pick. Yeah, he's not going. Doc Rivers, and that's why I said it's honestly kind of good for Ty because he's not gonna play a lot his rookie year. Because that's kind of what the Sixers have been doing with our young guards that we have drafted over recent. So it's going to give him time to develop. But I think, like I said, I've been screaming to get a ball handling guard off the bench for years, and we finally have that chance here.
JB Taylor says, "Welcome to Sussville, population 3." No, it's only 2. It's only Josh and Donnie. What are you talking about?
What?
Yes, you. Don't shake
Did
your
I
head. You
type,
put,
hey Josh.
"Hey, Corrupt."
Hey Josh, do you have the goods? Did I?
That
type
was just supposed to be like a drug dealer type vibe. What are you talking about, man?
Bro,
Prostitution.
I don't condone that, bro.
And Donnie, I don't hear anything from you, bro.
What? Prostitution?
Nah, what you said earlier was mad.
What?
Was
I
mad.
wanted to make a poster of Josh.
No,
Is that
no,
a
you said
problem?
something else. Then you
Is that a
said something about
problem?
slipping
Was that a
in.
problem?
Nah.
Well,
I
that's
don't
what your
hear
dad's
anything.
doing to your mom in the living room right now, okay? Like,
No!
that, all right?
I don't have a door.
All right,
Anyway.
where we at? We had 24. Oh, we got the Milwaukee Bucks.
The
Josh.
Milwaukee Bucks. And I need to pee. So.
Who do you have the
Make the-
Milwaukee Bucks going here at
All right.
24? The Kobe pick.
Well, all right. Milwaukee Bucks. If they keep this pick and they draft, I will be going Marjan Beauchamp out of the Ignite. Finally off the board, going to Milwaukee.
Yes.
There you go.
Better than
Marjan
DM.
Beauchamp.
Okay. Donnie.
All right. So, for the Milwaukee Bucks, I have them going.
Oops.
Books. They are going Jaden Hardy out of the
That's a good
Ignite.
pick.
And I think it's going to be a good pick.
Oh yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, I have the Milwaukee Bucks selecting Kendall Brown. Kendall Brown, I feel like they need a little bit more wing depth over there in Milwaukee, and he's a very athletic guy. He can defend,
Yeah.
and he can cut. He cuts off ball really well.
Imagine we did the whole draft like that. Yeah, what else?
He can
What else?
defend. But yeah, no, Kendall
all
Brown's
right.
very good, very athletic, very explosive. Kendall Brown is very good.
You fucking made
and-
it weird when you said from Baylor, bro.
oh
You're talking about your
And-
boyfriend. He's from Baylor, something like that.
my goodness. So Nas, who do you have the Bucks taking? And I'm going to fucking pee.
24th overall pick, the Milwaukee Bucks select Kennedy Chandler, 6'1" point guard out of the University of Kentucky. Kennedy Chandler is a quick guard who can create space with the best of them. He's a great mid-range shooter, lacks a little bit of consistency finishing at the basket. But the biggest knock on him is that he's very small, not a good wingspan, which is going to hurt him defensively. And when he's going up against these guards, I just don't know if he'll be able. He's basically what I'm saying is he's going to be a cone defensively, in my opinion, because of his size. I think he's going to get blown by easily, and especially when he faces these bigger guards that are starting to become a more popular thing in the NBA. I don't know if he'll be able to hold his own defensively, but I love his quickness and his scoring ability offensively, and I think that's why he will get picked here at 24. Big play Slay. What are you talking about? He said corrupt. What? I'm struggling to read what he's trying to say. Donnie, you want some lemonade? I didn't even see that till now. You want lemonade, Donnie?
I enjoy lemonade, yeah.
So if you want lemonade, go ask Miles Bridges. He sells pink lemonade every day. He drinks it all the time, man.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Let me do that. Kill my liver. in
Also,
the
if you guys
process.
didn't know, Miles Bridges is also the next coming of Tupac. He's a rapper.
Oh, is he now?
Oh,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
he's gonna get
I'm surprised
shot.
you haven't seen any of like his songs on TikTok, bro. Miles Bridges actually tries, bro. Like he actually gives effort. He's like kind of like
actually
Damian
does?
Lillard. Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure
he does.
Isaiah will be all over that.
Yeah, bro.
He's gonna appear in the chat and like next second saying something. Isn't it?
Miles Bridges, yeah, but with Miles, oh, Jesus, stuttered, Nathaniel. Why did you give me your stuttering powers? Anyways, if Miles Bridges comes in the chat right now, everyone owes Donnie $5 for bringing that up.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Hey.
But number 20.
I don't think he will.
All right.
Dan.
I don't
At
think
number
you did either.
At
What's
number
up,
25, yeah, Corrupt, you did something else, bro. You look a little too
What do
happy,
you mean?
bro. You look a little bit too happy. But Josh, kick us off with 25.
I just had a
God.
nice long piss. The fuck?
Whoa.
You
Hey,
didn't even
that's
do
weird.
search
Long
on that.
bitch.
Why was it
You-
nice?
You broke that down
Because,
like
you
you broke
know,
down a
doesn't
draft
it-
prospect, bro. All right,
It feels good when you let it out.
all right, bro. Come on.
Oh,
It's been filling-
Stop. Fucking
All right.
stop.
It's been filling up all day since I've been drinking so much
all right,
water.
bro.
you know?
All right.
Then after a while, I
all
just
right.
pull down the
All right.
pants and let it out.
All right.
For the-
Okay.
At 25, the San Antonio Spurs with their third pick in this first round, assuming they stay at this spot, I will be going with Walker Kessler, center out of Auburn. One of the best, if not the best, shot blocker in this draft class. You guys need another big man. You do.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I already had you going
Oh
with
my God.
Dieng, and I had you
Yeah.
going with Tai. So you're getting a wing, you're getting a guard, and now you're getting a center. There you go,
Mhm.
Walker Kessler. Enjoy it.
Whoever made a Miles Bridges account, I genuinely hate you, dude.
That's awesome.
God. Oh my God. Miles Bridges in chat.
Hey, yo, Miles
Stupid.
Bridges,
And
bro.
Dylan, no, you.
All right,
Corrupt does
so
actually do it.
$20. I need $20. That's four.
Huh? I ain't say that. What you talking about? You don't got no proof. You ain't got no proof.
Bitch, I can go back to the stream.
Well, you got to do that first before I pay. You going to show me something. But go ahead. That's
All right.
funny.
Let me. That's gonna take an hour. All right. Anyway, in the meantime, the San Antonio Spurs with pick number 25 are going to go Marjon Beauchamp
Oh my God! Yes, please make this
out,
happen.
out of the G League Ignite. He's a don't tell me to calm down. Don't tell me to calm down.
Not
What?
you, corrupt bros.
Oh my God! Please let this happen. Like,
You went, oh,
oh my God.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you just
bro.
went pee, or did you get something else to get the edge off? You know.
I like
All right,
Martin
happy
Beauchamp.
ending.
Oh
How
my
much do you like
god.
Marjon Beauchamp?
What is he, Deshaun Watson? Happy endings?
Yeah.
All right. So explain your pick.
All right, so he's a great slasher. He's very athletic. He's a tough ass defender. He's a great straight line driver. He rebounds very, 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 very well. He can
Very well.
score in a lot of ways, and he's a very willing passer. Concerns: only shot 24% from three and 65% from the free throw line. He's a willing passer, but he's not fully developed in the decision making process, and he is leading to a lot turnovers. And he's got to tighten his ball handling a lot. But I think this would be a good pick for.
No. The GOAT
Um,
Bobby Cox is in the chat. Was good,
What's up,
bro.
Bobby?
Oh
Miles
my
Bridges,
God,
it was just great juice. I'm telling
It
you.
was a
That's
great
funny.
piece. All right.
I'm telling you.
So the Spurs are known to take some interesting picks, and I think they were going to go with a guard, like Josh said. We need wing, guard, and big man. I already have Mike Williams, and I have AJ Griffin. So I have my boy Ryan Rollins from Toledo going to the San Antonio Spurs.
Ryan Rollins.
Oh yes, Ryan
In-
Rollins. He is one of the guys we have.
30?
Yes, I love Ryan Rollins actually
Okay.
personally. Yes, he's a little bit older,
I thought I was
but
sus.
he is very efficient, and he's a shot creator that I think the Spurs desperately need. He all around. He's a very good player. Just doesn't have any like star potential. I don't really see that from him, and he's not great at one thing. He's just very good all around player. I think the Spurs will love him, and he brings shot creation that the Spurs desperately need. Nas, stop
right.
looking at your phone. Tell me who you have for San Antonio Spurs.
Shut up. Just because I'm texting your mom doesn't mean nothing. At the 25th overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Kendall Brown, small forward wing out of the University of Baylor. He's a
Nice.
great athlete, good transition player, and I think the Spurs need a little bit help in transition because I haven't seen them get out and run as I would like them to over the years. So he can run the floor well and help them there. He's also a really good three-point shooter, but I think he needs to really get more consistent at the mid-range shot. He's not very efficient there, but other than that, Kendall Brown is a good all-around player, and I think he's just going to be a role player in this league. And the Spurs are just going to – this is going to be one of those guys, another like wing player that the Spurs get, and they're just going to develop the hell out of him, and he's going to be like a role player that's going to be good. Basically like a Devin Vassell is right now, just a developing role player. Just like Keldon Johnson, he's just going to be basically that. Just extra depth at the wing spot.
He's the second coming of Bruce Bowen.
Kendall Brown, Kendall Brown's good, but I don't know. B-Hub, I see that thing profile picture. Oh my god.
Oh my god, look at yes.
Oh my god.
Stupid, bro.
Aren't you on
Mr.
bottom?
Lean, man.
Goodrich says, wait, you're texting Karos' mom right now, MG? Then what the fuck is she doing with me right now?
Bro.
I don't know, bro. She was just texting me about some business. I don't know what she over there doing with you. I'm just saying, we were just texting about some business because we got a business deal going on, and that's gonna be Also, too, before we get to the 26th overall pick, there will be a special announcement at the end of the stream, and
Will there?
Oh.
Yeah,
There will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
there will.
Really? I didn't know.
Stop.
Yep.
Okay.
And Josh's forehead will be a
Ricky.
part of it as he announces his 26
Oh
overall
my
pick.
God. Mickey Mouse,
Oh, my
bro.
name's
How you...
Mickey Mouse.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
my name's
Stop.
Mickey Mouse.
Stop. Stop.
Corrupt.
What the fuck was
Corrupt.
I
Please.
don't know. I'm
Please,
uncomfortable.
All right. Now,
Nah,
Corrupt-
I was uncomfortable after you made that comment about Josh earlier. I don't want to hear anything about that.
Wait, what?
Donnie.
Mr.
Donnie.
Rapey.
The poster, the poster.
All right, Josh, you and your forehead can announce the 26 overall pick, bro. Bro, your forehead.
All right. For
26 Rockets.
For the Houston Rockets, this is their third pick in the first round. I had them going Banchero and Jalen Williams earlier. So right here, I have the Houston Rockets going with some upside. Nikola Jovic finally coming off the board for me here to the Houston Rockets. The Serbian from Mega Basket going to the Rockets.
What happens when Jokic is guarding Jovic and you're calling that game, Josh? You're like, Jokic backing down Jovic. Uh-oh.
My eyes are just going.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
All right,
Pause.
so
What?
No.
No, what?
No, go
What the
ahead.
fuck
Yeah,
you wanna
got
say?
my-
Pause.
motherfucker.
Pause.
Pause on what?
Pause.
What?
Pause what?
Jovic backing down on Come on, pause.
Bro, that's
man.
a fucking post move, dog. We ain't doing this.
Yeah,
today,
not
bro.
everything
on,
sus,
bro.
Crubs. Jesus.
Jesus
Come
fucking
on, bro.
Christ, dude.
If you think that's such that you could, because I literally stream every Sixers game, so you can literally get every stream when Embiid's backing down someone and make it sus, bro.
Your mom backed down on my. No.
Shut the fuck up.
Shit.
That's why your mom's texting me right now, bro. Hold up. Actually, let me call your mom.
No,
right
my
now.
mom don't even have a phone, bro. She got the
Oh,
Indian
really?
calls,
That's
and I know you for a fact you can't do them with Indian
I'm not gonna
calls.
say
Your mom
She's
doesn't have a
not-
phone?
Your mom, his mom works at an essential place that requires her to
But she
have
doesn't
it.
answer a text, bro.
She said smoke signals, bro.
She said spokes.
His mom
He has a
talks through a walkie.
walkie-talkie.
His mom talks through a walkie-talkie, bro.
10-4?
Copy that.
I had Keegan Murray going to the Kings.
Wait,
Oh,
did Donnie
wait,
go?
I didn't. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So
wait,
Donnie's
number
turn.
26. I didn't fucking go, you little shit.
Oh.
I have Walker Kessler, a center out of Auburn. Don't apologize to me. Like, I'm fucking going. Like, get your ass in line. This is the DMV, motherfucker. I have Walker Kessler, center out of Auburn, going to Houston. Another center, get in the mix. Might not be on the roster in the next few years because you have so many centers on there. But it could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, go up now.
Yeah.
Now's your time to go. Fucking go.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Rockets, and there's a lot of ways they can go. I had them going Banchero, and oh my god, I cannot fucking Jesus fucking Christ.
Come on, Corrupts. Today,
I'm
Junior.
sorry, and I had them going to Marzon. And I think I do think that they need to go guard here, point guard specifically, and I have them going Kennedy Chandler. KPJ is a question to me, and Dacian Nix, yeah, no one cares about him. We're gonna go with Kennedy Chandler, point guard for the Rockets. I actually like Kennedy Chandler more than Tata Washington. We can debate about that. Don't care.
Oh,
Tata is
okay.
worse than
All
Correct.
right,
First
sure,
off,
bud.
you had
Sure,
your-
sure, bud.
You had your chance to debate me on the big board, and you were just honestly very.
Yeah, and I was right. Wait,
You
what?
didn't-
I said
You didn't really debate me, though.
I gave my point, and then you gave your point, and then we moved on. It has.
No.
Nas, make your pick.
Don't yell at me, bro. You will be off this channel in
I can
2.5
do.
seconds. Exactly. That's what I thought. Anyways, I'm joking. But with the 26 overall pick, the Houston Rockets select Dalen Terry, point guard out of the University of Arizona. I agree with Corrupt as far as KPJ being a question mark. KPJ does not stay on the court as much as you want him to due to his behavioral issues and sometimes his injury problem. So when you get Dalen Terry right here, you already got a scorer in Jalen Green. So you're going to get a guy who has a good defensive upside and he can play make at the guard spot. He is very efficient, like Donnie said, and he is an amazing finisher. But I believe he got very overshadowed by the great play from Ben Mathurin and Christian Coloco. So Dalen Terry, he's going to be one of the sleeper picks in this draft. And I think he's going to be one of those picks where we're going to be like, we really let Dalen Terry fall that far? And it's because he got overshadowed by the talent that was in Arizona this year. I mean, obviously, that's why they were one of the first seeds in in the tournament. So, yeah. Dalen Terry goes to Houston.
Devil corrupted corrupt. Facts. Diago says I'm about to nuts. MG, I'm an Arizona fan and a Rockets fan, so it's a perfect pick. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Well, I don't want you to do all that, Diago. Keep that over there. But
I'm about a nut.
Will you do an MLB mock draft? Only if Josh joins me, and since the MLB draft is like 19 rounds, we'll do a full 19 round mock draft.
Yeah. round 19. Round 19.
Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know how y'all getting into stickball personally.
Josh, look, if we do a 24-hour stream, that's how long it's gonna take to do an MLB mock draft, bro.
Man,
shit.
I would need all kinds of help.
Oh my. You know the intro song to that stream is gonna be "Help, I need somebody." Help.
It took me a week to put this mock draft together. Fucking MLB
mock draft. Wait, Josh, you know what sucks too is that I don't know about you, but I'm not the greatest MLB scout, so I had to learn how to evaluate that talent and then put it on paper. I can evaluate a basketball player, I can evaluate a football player, and even these take long. So imagine an MLB mock draft, bro.
I'm no baseball Buddha. I'll just say that.
Rocha, listen, if Rocha does it, I'll be there. I'll be there for support. I ain't doing no mock, but I'll be there for moral support.
I cannot believe we missed this.
What?
I think it's B-Hub. He motherfucker changed his name to Vietnam News Reporter with me at the headset on the profile pic. It said hi.
Oh my god, bro.
Vietnam News Reporter.
Good morning, Vietnam. It's that guy that's fucking around in your helicopter. We got a buffalo jerking off in the background right there. You'll understand if you saw the movie. You'll understand if you see the movie. It's in the movie. Robin Williams literally fucking says it. It's not sus. Robin Williams says it in the fucking movie. Okay.
I remember with
right.
Tropical Thunder. Oh, such a fire fit. All right, 27. Sunshine State, Miami. Who do you have,
First
Mr.
off,
Josh?
you said it wrong. It's the Sunshine State of Florida.
Yeah, shut up. I don't care. All right.
Miami.
All right, Josh.
Now,
all right, Josh.
Miami's
all right, Josh.
state?
Who have the Miami go on?
Yo, that's
all right.
Nice on.
Miami Heat could really use a guard here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Kennedy Chandler out of Tennessee,
good pick.
point guard for them. Kyle Lowry is going to be 49 years old next season, so Kennedy Chandler makes a lot of sense.
Excuse me. What's up, Isaiah? I wanted Isaiah to join us, but I was like, bro, Isaiah, join us. Well, I asked him, and he was like, bro, I'm not gonna be. First, he was mad. He's like, bro, I want to be on it. And I'm like, well, join us. And then he was like, never mind, bro, I'm not gonna be home, bro. Isaiah's the most confusing person ever, bro. How you gonna be like, bro, I want to be on it? Be like,
I want to be on it. I say fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
That's your best friend, man. Man, that's
all right.
Fucking ass, bro. All right.
All right, Donnie.
Pick 27 in the Sunshine. Apparently, Miami is a state now. Thanks, corrupt. Florida is. I'm going to be taking.
Wait.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to be taking Jake
LaRavia,
power forward out of Wake Forest. They really have good back. You're good, but he didn't get much time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I think they need another true backup power forward, and then work on your centers separately. I think those two different positions that Miami needs to address. So I think him getting a guy like I just forgot his name, Jake LaRavia. But he's kind of like a guard in a power forward body, and he shot 44% from deep really quick release, and or not a quick release, rather slow release. But that's a good sign to have another stretch big along with Bam. And he doesn't really have that burst, but I don't think you really need that with a backup big you're taking here at pick 27. And he's got a little bag of tricks, and he's an excellent defender. So why not pick him? Miami, do it.
Laravia,
Fucking do it.
Laravia is definitely a.
I'd like to present to you guys something before Corrupt makes his pick. You may look at my screen now. This is the greatest of all time.
What is that?
Mr.
Fuck
Big
is
Pun.
that?
You evaluate for yourself.
That's nasty.
Oh my god.
So
Does he
I'm
have
gonna be a little bit different here. With
Okay.
Miami Heat, they do need guard, and I do think that they need to look at that power forward position. But one of the things I see is that they lack size. So, and I do think they need a backup center. I have Walker Kessler going to the Miami Heat. They only have two players above 6'10", and that is Dwayne Dedman and holy crap, Omer Yurtseven. So thank you. And so I think Walker Kessler is going to provide a needed size and length for this Heat team.
All right.
Nuts.
The Miami Heat at the number 27th overall pick, they will select guard from Notre Dame, Blake Wesley. With Lowry getting older, Gabe Vincent not being the most consistent, and Max Strus is more of a shooting guard. Same with Tyler Hero. I think Blake Wesley could be a point guard here for this team. He has a lot of upside, finishes at the basket very well. He's very explosive. He can create his own shot on the ball. I love Blake Wesley here. Actually, this is Corrupt's guy. He put me on to Blake Wesley, so there's your credit there. And I think this is a perfect fit for Miami. You get another guard here. But Kyle Lowry is like 85 years old. He's actually older than this Earth, if you guys didn't know. I actually did that research yesterday. Kyle Lowry is actually older than Earth. He's actually landed from Mars off the orbit.
True.
So, yeah. But Blake Wesley is going to the Heat. So that is numero 27. I don't know how to say 27 in Spanish. So
most people don't know this, but the Alien movies are based around Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
God,
Also, Udonis Haslam is like the Captain Alien, bro. He is the ancient, bro. Actually, Udonis Haslam is more like a dinosaur, actually.
His real name is Fred.
What's up, Brian?
All right, Mr. Josh. Would you like to present us your 28th overall pick, which will be the Golden State Warriors, the now defending champs?
The Golden State Warriors. I have him going Dalen Terry out of Arizona, versatile on and off the ball defender. Why not? This guy just screams Golden State Warrior to me. High motor, can guard multiple positions 1 through 4. Give me Dalen Terry to Golden State.
I got a question. Are you telling me, sir, that this is going to be the Draymond replacement?
It very well could be.
Because, look at this.
Could be.
Got the Curry replacement is Jordan Poole. The Clay replacement is Moses Moody, right?
Okay.
You got Kuminga, who's going to be a young and up-and-coming great player. Now you need the Draymond replacement, bro.
There you go.
Hey, there you go.
And it just keeps going. It just keeps going.
Kuminga not the Draymond replacement?
We have some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to
know. You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
Bradley Beal has declined his player option and will enter unrestricted free agency.
Oh, Spurs.
Yeah.
He's going to Spurs. I don't care. I don't care. He's going to Spurs, teaming up with the DeJounte Murray. I'm on the Bradley Beal train.
I'm going to say that one more time again for everybody in chat. Bradley Beal is now an unrestricted free agent in the NBA.
That just made things a little bit more interesting.
Number 3 in the silver and black.
Okay. Donnie, we appreciate that breaking news. And yep, I just seen it. Yep, he just opted out. All right then. Well,
I really thought he was staying. Like I legit thought he was staying.
I thought, if he wanted to be in Washington. Whew. Who did I
Okay.
have the Wizards
Jeez.
drafting again? I had the Wizards. They have one pick. I'd be getting Jalen Duran. I don't think they have another pick because that just made things a little bit more interesting.
Holy shit.
Wow.
All right, we're just gonna throw away this mock draft, guys. We'll make another one here in a couple of hours, and we'll be right back. Okay.
Start over.
So for
Jeez,
my
oh my god.
for my pick for the Golden State Warriors, you're defending champions. Why not go get yourself in Christian Braun, shooting guard, 6'6", an elite shooter at the rim, and an elite
What's up, Joel?
3-point shooter in the college area. He's a really good decision maker. He's very fluid in transmission. He's a good defender, not a great defender, but a good defender, and a really good rebounder for his size. If you go watch the championship game, the last 10 minutes, they don't win that game if Christian Braun doesn't rebound. They don't win that fucking game if Christian Braun doesn't rebound. But he would be like he's wide open.
So, we're in the Warriors, right? I have
Yes.
Dylan Terry has sadly not gone yet for me, and the Warriors will not be taking him. They're going to go with Jake LaRavia, out of Wake Forest. I actually view Jake LaRavia as another kind of. He's not even close to Draymond Green, but he's the guy that great defensive impact. He's the power forward, and he's a good playmaker also. And they definitely need to look at that spot, especially since Draymond Green's been regressing a little bit, ever so slightly, and his contract is coming up at the end. So they're gonna go with Jake LaRavia back as a power forward. I'm gonna develop him up.
All right. All my French people stand up. With the 28th overall pick, the Golden State Warriors, defending champions now, they will be selecting center from France, Ismael Kamagate. Now, with James Wiseman, being injured, I don't know how long they'll hold on to him. Kamagate is an athletic big man who plays well at the rim on both ends of the floor, a really good pick and roller, a solid mid-range shooter, but kind of like some of the other men in this draft, is a really slim frame, but I really love this guy. I love his ability. His athleticism's good as well. And I think the Warriors get an athletic big, just in case things don't work out with James Wiseman. They got a backup plan here with Kamagate because they got pretty much everything set for the future. Poole. They got Wiggins, who'll be around a few more years after Curry and them. You got Kuminga. You got Moody. You got the future. But Wiseman's like the big question mark. And if you want to get a backup plan, Kamagate can be a developmental piece. Kind of how Looney, he's been with the Warriors for a while, but he's been slowly developing, and now he's a starting quality big man in the league. I think Kamagate could be that kind of developing piece at the center position because the Warriors have had great players at every position. They have had great point guard, shooting guard. They had KD at the small forward, power forward. They just have never had that good center. And I think they really want to fill that going into their future, and I think they will right here with Kamagate. Correct.
Dylan said Beal to the Mavericks, and I just realized if the Mavericks don't sign Brunson, they have money. And they could sign Bradley Beal.
Things just got a little bit more interesting, bro.
And that's like a winning team. Oh, fuck.
That they are, and they just acquired Christian Wood.
Or they could
For
sign and
nothing.
trade.
For
They
nothing.
could sign and trade Brunson, get another piece, and then sign Bradley Beal.
That could be something.
Wow.
Beal to the Lakers, Arturo. I don't think that's gonna happen. Not enough money, and they have to keep Westbrook. Don't disrespect JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee's not a great center, Diago. He's a role player. I'm gonna miss Maxey, but more gonna trade into the Wizards and package for Beal. Well, Beal's an unrestricted free agent, so you're not trading Tyrese Maxey. That's gonna be a free agent signing, which we don't have the money for, unfortunately.
We're at 29, right? We're at 29.
Yeah, 29, the Grizzlies.
But
Josh.
29.
All right, 29, the Grizzlies. This is where I have Christian Braun going. Shorty guard out of Kansas, highly efficient contributor off the wing, plays with his head up, good size, good strength, athleticism. So Christian Braun going to the Grizzlies here at 29, second pick in the draft.
Nice.
Christian Braun James. All right. Donnie.
LeBron James. I have Blake Wesley going to the Memphis Grizzlies here, shooting guard, 6'5" out of Notre Dame. He's a freshman, or was a freshman. Okay. He's a guard. He can be a ball handler, and he can create for himself. Defensively, guard small and big ones. Thrive in this side of offense, with the fast pace, fast break. And he can rebound, and he can get out and run. I love that with him. And he can go to the rim with authority. And he probably fits this Memphis team like glove.
Isaiah.
So, great job, Isaiah. I have the Grizzlies going Christian Braun here. And I think this makes a little bit more sense than like a Blake Wesley, because Christian Braun's more of like immediate impact type player, while I think Blake Wesley's more of a developmental type player. You have to fix some things of his game, and so Christian Braun's going to help immediately. He helps the Grizzlies in a transitional player. He got good defense, and he can hit the three, catch and shoot guy. So I think the Grizzlies will definitely use Christian Braun. Would draft Christian Braun at 29.
All right. At number 29, the Memphis Grizzlies will select Trevor Keels. I was debating between him and Christian Braun. But I think I like Trevor Keels a little bit more. He's a physical combo guard. He can finish at the basket. He's a good scorer, but lacks efficiency at times. Really good spot up shooter, and he does lack lateral quickness and speed, which could hurt him defensively at the next level. But I love what Trevor Keels can do. He can score at all three levels and create for his own sometimes. So Trevor Keels going to the Grizzlies. Wake up, Donnie. It's time for school, bro.
All right, guys, we're on our last pick of the NBA draft.
Yep.
Josh.
I'm going Patrick Baldwin Jr. For the Nuggets.
Donnie.
Patrick Baldwin Jr. hater here. No biggie.
All right. I'm going David Roddy, power forward at Colorado State, to the Nuggets.
So Josh just copied my last two picks, so I have Patrick Baldwin Jr. going to the Nuggets.
Get out!
Yes, I do. And I had Christian Braun going to the freaking Grizzlies. God. Patrick Baldwin Jr. Yes, played horribly in the Horizon Conference. Patrick Baldwin Jr. though still has some nice upside. He was a top 10 pick for a reason. Very good stroke. Very good high, fast release. He got some offensive potential. So Patrick Baldwin Jr. is going to go at 30 to the Nuggets. The Nuggies.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First off, appreciate everyone for being here. This is the final pick. We won't be ending at the second, but everybody who's stuck with us throughout all 30 picks and Corrupt being sus, appreciate that. Now, with the final pick of this draft, the Denver Nuggets will select Jalen Williams, a 6'6" guard with a huge wingspan, developed his perimeter shot from his freshman year to now. He's a great shot creator and creates a lot of space for any offense he goes to. Does not have good speed and athleticism, and I think that's one of my biggest knocks on him. But other than that, he can create shots, create space for any offense he's going to go to. And Denver, I think he could be a really good backup guard behind Jamal Murray, and that is my final pick. So that is it. The mock draft is over. Year 2 of all of us doing it. Correct.
So I want to ask everybody up here this question, and I will be going first. But who are some of the honorable mentions, players that did not get into the first round that you can definitely see going into the first round? For example, the two biggest names I had, and I'm actually kind of pissed off that they're not going to be in my mock draft. They weren't selected, but I had Dylan Terry and Blake Wesley both not going in the first round, which I would actually hate for that to happen in real life. But I do think those are going to be the fallers of this draft. Also, some guys I like is Bryce McGowan's, Andrew Nemhard from Gonzaga, Trevor Keels from Duke, and an underrated pick, Jean Montero from the Overtime Elite League. So I like all those guys in the second round. But everybody else up here, who do you guys have like underrated guys in the second round?
I have
Go
a few.
ahead, Donnie.
I have Keon Ellis. He's my
Sure.
Herb Jones draft. He reminds me a lot of him. Very, very good defender. Very good spot up 3-point shooter. Defends all over the court and runs all over the place. And Sharif O'Neal is another one. Very underrated guy in the second round. I think he might go on be an undrafted free agent, but I think he has good upside in him. Not as much as his dad, obviously, but I think he has a good thing there for him. Scottie Pippen Jr. is a guy not a lot of people are talking about, but he's a pretty damn good point guard. He's a pretty damn good point guard. And another one, the Lakers just worked him out. Let me find the name. Worked him out today. Jordan Hall out of Philadelphia
St. John's.
Hawks. St. John's Hawks, rather. And then another one I have is Isaiah Whaley, out of UConn. I like both those guys. I think they're both good guys to go in the second round.
All right, Josh, you have some honorable mentions that could have been in the first round or just outside of it?
A guy that I did not have go in the first round, but very well would be Jake LaRiva from Wake Forest. Yeah. This dude could be really good, man. I really like this guy, and I might actually change my mock going into tomorrow and have him going in the first round.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of my biggest honorable mentions could be Jake LaRavia. I could have had him there. I'm not a big fan of him, but Patrick Baldwin Jr. does have a lot of upside. To be there in the first round. I think those are my two biggest ones. Scottie Pippen Jr., I like him. I think he's more of a second round talent, as he's a sleeper pick, but those are probably my two guys that could very well be in the first round. I could definitely see that. And Christian Braun too. I mean, he can very well be in the first round. Who I didn't have there is Corrupt, just punched his desk. Yeah. So those are my honorable mentions.
So
what's up?
Jesus fucking Christ. Bradley Beal just tweeted out, wait, huh? Lol. So maybe this is not fucking true. I'm kind of tired of these fucking dumbass motherfuckers trying to create shit right before the fucking.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking pissing me off. Happened with Tom Brady, happened with everybody fucking else. So, yay. Love that shit. Don't we?
Yeah, so, Bradley Beal just said, yeah, nope. But I have an announcement to make to everybody here in the chat. I got a special message by our good friend Josh. I want to say Saturday or Sunday. And we should be live on Thursday with the Sports Fury. I don't know if Sean will be there, but me, Corrupt, and Josh for the NBA draft. And shout out to Josh for inviting us. And he was gonna be on this draft regardless. But so if you guys want to check that out, most of you guys in here should be subbed to TSF. But if you're not, I don't know what you're doing. You better go do it now. But yeah, so come by. We're gonna be there, and yeah, Josh, you want to say anything? Go for it.
Yeah, Sean will not be joining us on Thursday. We will be live. Me, MG, and Corrupt. So that's gonna be awesome, man. A lot of us, all three of us, have been putting in a lot of work going into this NBA draft. We'll be breaking it down live for you guys on Thursday night.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I look forward to it, guys. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on.
Nope. Hey, no problem. Isaiah says,
and I will be watching from afar.
from afar.
Afar.
All right. Now, I want to ask this question before we
What's up?
Get up out of here and stuff. We dabbled into it a few times throughout the mock draft, and I'm gonna go in order of the mock draft. We can start with Josh. What is your biggest NBA draft trades that you expect to happen this Thursday or before then.
Knicks moving up to the 4 spot. I think they should. They ought to. It makes a lot of sense for the Knicks and for the Kings.
All right, Donnie.
I think the Memphis Grizzlies are going to move up all the way to 4 to get Jaden Ivey and pair him next to Ja Morant.
That's a big. Who would they in that scenario? Who would the Grizzlies trade? Like would they trade Bane? Bane and like picks?
I think Bane picks, maybe some other players like Brooks or something like that. To the Kings, probably.
I don't know how
Go
I
ahead,
feel
bro.
about that, honestly. Trades. There's a lot of trades that could happen, and I'll just give you a list of a bunch of teams: the Knicks, the Pistons, the Rockets, even the Kings, the freaking OKC Thunder want to move up. Also, you have the Bulls and the Spurs. There are a lot of picks and a lot of. You can even have some of these contenders trading these picks away, like the 76ers and the Bucks. I think that this is gonna be the most trades we ever see on an NBA draft night. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to get the obvious ones out the way. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Go Nas.
I want to get the obvious ones out the way because they've been reported the most. Is the Thunder moving up from 12 and the Knicks moving up from 11? I think the Knicks and the Kings pretty much should have a deal in place by the draft night. I'd be very surprised if they don't. If not, the Knicks are probably going to try to trade somewhere in that top 10 in order to try to get something. So that is the obvious one, along with the OKC Thunder. They want to have 2 picks in the top 10. So that is there. I think the Chicago Bulls, depending on what happens, are they in the Rudy Gobert sweepstakes? I think they are. So if it costs them this pick that they have in this first round, I would not be surprised if we see the Jazz do that deal. But that could also happen after the draft too. Also, the Spurs have 3 first-round picks. I believe that they will try to move up some way, shape, or form, or move those 3 picks, kind of in some way. They have 9, 20, and 25. So that's going to be interesting there. And then I think the 76ers could move this draft pick as well. There's been little talk about it, so that is a possibility there as well. The Portland Trail Blazers also, and at the 7th overall pick, will they make a trade for John Collins or Jeremy Grant? Will it cost them that pick? I think it could be very much possible. So that's the biggest trades I expect. Isaiah says the Lakers will move into the first round.
I actually do agree with that. I think so. Today there have been a lot of talks about Charlotte and LA doing a salary dump swap with Westbrook, and each of them is going to have to attach a first round pick. So Lakers will be sending a first to Charlotte, and Charlotte will be sending a first to LA, and that might be what their 15, probably the lower one of the two. And I'm not too sure if that's going to be good, like going to come back to them. I think the Lakers are probably going to just get the guys' salaries, because it works out both ways. The Lakers would be getting rid of Westbrook, fuck him, and the Charlotte Hornets would approximately be saving $136 million salary going into next year from the contracts, which would be Gordon Hayward, Kelly Oubre, Mason Plumlee, possibly P.J. Washington or Terry Rozier. You could swap each one of that. And they would be able to re-sign Miles Bridges like they've been talking all off. So that's the main reason that's on. I think the Bulls are going to land Rudy Gobert. The Bulls are going to get Rudy Gobert.
Oh, my goodness.
Like 100%. It's going to happen. It's going to happen on draft night. Josh is going to scream. And he's going to break a window in his house. I don't know. Something's going to happen.
We traded Jimmy Butler for the dunk, dude. Oh, that was a priceless fraction. Oh my God, I had a great point. Footballer, where you at? Footballer said, who do you guys got the Rockets getting with those 3 picks, 3, 17, and 26? I had Banchero, I had Marjon Beauchamp, and then I had the Rockets taking Kennedy Chandler at 26. That's who I had those.
The Houston Rockets, he asked. I have Banchero going at their first pick. Then DJ Liddell going at their second pick, and then their last pick, I have Jalen Terry. So that was my 3 picks for the Rockets. Donnie, who's yours?
Or
All right, I have number 3 at Bancaro. I have number 17. I have Tari Eason, and then number 26. I have Walker Kessler.
All right, Josh. What was your 3 Rockets picks?
Boncaro, Jalen Williams, Jovic.
Okay.
and maybe if you were here, you could have known what it was.
Yes. Also, Jacob Fredericks. Shout out to you.
Bum of the night.
Bum of the night.
I don't know why, but Isaiah just sent me a video of himself eating a snack.
I swear to God, if you send me something stupid, Josh,
You want to see it?
yeah, fuck it.
Oh my God.
Oh my!
Look at him just go to town. Jesus, calm down, Isaiah. God damn.
God, you're so hairy, Isaiah. What the fuck?
Goodness
Isaiah's the
gracious.
furry, bro.
Gotta get a haircut, man.
Yeah, Joshua McFurry.
Josh McFurry.
Josh McFurry.
Best
All
friend
right.
grew up.
It's not my. Heck no. Heck no, bro.
We traded
I cannot
Jimmy
believe he
Butler.
sent you. Sounds like a Squidward
Josh,
thing,
do
bro.
you
It's
remember this
nasty.
comment right here? Do you remember this quote? We traded Jimmy Butler for 2 assholes. Do you remember that?
For 2 assholes.
Yeah.
Well, basically 2 assholes. And one guy was good. It was damn good, Levine, but the other 2 guys are assholes. And,
Who was the other 2 again?
Kendrick Nunn and what's his name? Fucking Laurie.
Larry Markkinen, yeah.
Oh, Larry Marketed. Kendrick Nunn.
Oh
my God.
Man.
Kendrick Dunn.
Kendrick Dunn. Oh my God.
I don't know why I would say none, but whatever.
Because
Barely plays.
They both don't play. Chris Dunn or Kendrick Dunn. They both don't play basketball.
nice.
Ah.
Well.
I can't wait for this draft, man. I cannot wait. We've been live for almost 3 hours. That doesn't even feel like it. Time
5.
flies, doesn't it? But I can't wait, man. This is the start. This is the draft where the Sixers will select their future Manu Ginobili, and we will win 5 championships in the next 10 years, man. I cannot wait, dude. It's gonna be fun, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end it here soon. But before we do, I'm gonna let all these guys shout out anything they want, say any of their last words. We'll go in order of the draft. Josh, anything you want to say? Go for it.
Don't forget to tune in on Thursday nights. Be live with MG and Corrupt, and check out my new album dropping next Thursday.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fire. Yeah, yes, come to the stream. Sports Series channel, link in the description. So yeah, Donnie, shout something out, say your last words, and yeah.
All right, check out my book coming in hot. It's called A Couch's Life for Me. It's going to be signed by Dwayne Johnson over at Albuquerque, New Mexico. $200 signature. Make sure you grab it. It's called A Couch's Life for Me. I'm also going to be doing my new movie, Elvis, where I play Elvis and nobody else plays Elvis. coming out in theaters.
He's going to play all the
coming
characters.
out. I'm all the characters. I'm the fat dude that hired Elvis. I'm all, bro.
All right, guys, that is one of the casting stars of QC and Friends, the couch, the infamous couch, Donnie the couch. And before Corrupt goes, I just want everyone to take a peek at Gio's comment. Corrupt, you may speak. But yeah,
Gio is a very sus man. But thank you guys for joining this channel. MG Nas, I, Josh, and Mr. Donnie the Couch have all been putting so much work in. So shout out to all 3 of you guys, because you guys are the real heroes of today. But I have a diss album against Josh next Friday. Right after
hell
his.
no!
Yeah, yeah. I'm a put the
hell no.
my production's way better than Josh's. Trust me.
I heard your headset's gonna be the album cover.
What's up?
I heard your headset's
Bro.
gonna be the album cover.
Bro,
What's good,
the album
what's up?
cover.
it's the album cover. Uh-oh, Josh, you don't want to mess with that. I ain't gonna lie, you don't want to mess with that, bro. We ain't trying to mess with that, bro.
All right. So imagine that this but with like fire and explosions in the background, and of course like an unhinged door. You know. That's my album.
Is that the name of the album? Unhinged Door?
Unhinged door. Yes.
That's the name of the album.
No door.
All right, shout out to the headphones.
My first song will be called Smallpox.
What's up, Thor? How you doing, Thor? And,
Thor.
Your Suns do not have a pick in this first round, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. You guys also have 8 in sweepstakes that could possibly happen. We'll see. But, ladies and gentlemen, first off, shout out to these 3 gentlemen for joining us today. It's been fun. It's been fun throughout. First off, shout out to Corrupt as well. The entire NBA Finals and the offseason, he was with me here. Like I said, bro, he's the basketball guy. If it's either basketball, it's either I'm by myself or with Corrupt most of the time. So shout out to Corrupt. Shout out to Donnie the Couch. Coming back for the second year in a row, bro. The second year on the mock draft. And then Josh. I mean, I don't really have to explain. I don't have to hype up the Sports Theory channel because I think the production and the accomplishments speak for itself. But I mean, him and Sean, I mean, those guys are amazing, bro. Those guys are amazing. And, also, I know he might not be here, but shout out to Moderator Mike, dude. That dude was the MVP last night, man. Moderator Mike was the man. Yeah, shout out to these 3 guys for joining us. We will be on the Sports Theory channel on Thursday. If you guys care about baseball, I'll be here tomorrow for Phillies versus Texas Rangers. Sean's Rangers, actually. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, that is going to do it here. Donnie's yawning. Josh is going to go pick his nipples. Murray jersey. So
That was Josh.
yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all for being here, liking, commenting, subscribing. You guys are the best. And until next time, you've been talking sports with MG and the 3 fellas around me. And until next time, we are out. Don't die, and Sixers future champions.